This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
It's Eric Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Oh, it's on the two-shot today. Let's do that. We don't need to look at him yet. He's not ready. He doesn't have his face on, ladies and gentlemen.
Makeup.
Welcome to the program. I'm Eric Nagel, and now he's ready. Joining us always from the frozen... Well, we can't call it the frozen tundra anymore, because now New York is far replaced that title from you.
Yeah, 100%. I can't believe it. I can't believe you're getting more snow.
It's yeah, we got another foot coming. It's just doesn't end. He's from Arizona. There's plenty of other problems going on out there. We'll find some other kind of catchy title to go with it. Say hello to Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
If you are listening on the iHeartRadio app, okay.
Thanks, you guys.
Do us a kindness. Put us in the #1 position on the presets. That's what we were told to say. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those platforms, you can go over there and do us a kindness. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do this show, Twitch and YouTube are our live rooms, all under It's Eric Nagel. Go, if you're on the YouTube channel, go get yourself a membership there. It's only like $5. Doesn't cost you that much. It helps us out and helps generate more bonus content. We have I don't know when the next one's coming out. It's very soon. The second bonus episode's coming out. The first one's already up there. Shuli joins us as we go over my stand-up debut during the days of Opie and Anthony. So that's up there under the membership paywall if you want to go and check that out. And if you're not ready to do that, but you still want to check out what's going on with the show and clips and what have you, they're all there on the YouTube channel. Go and subscribe and hit like, follow, all of those things that everybody else tells you to do. I don't know if anyone actually does it, but it seems to be the way business is conducted nowadays. So who are we to differ off that path? All right. How are you, my friend?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm barely alive.
You're getting sick.
I am getting sick. My daughter brought the plague to my house. She was 3-day weekend. She was over at my house and then started not feeling good. Got the flu. I thought I was going to be rid of it, and then today it was just Today hit me. I'm like, oh, this sucks, man.
Man, your voice really is turning.
So I will do better to make this sound better in a second here.
All right. If you need to do sign language, or what's the thing with the flags that they used to use for signaling planes during World War II?
Like maritime flags.
Yeah.
Just doing like ship signs and stuff.
If you need to do that, let me know and we'll cut you off and you can go and recover.
Yeah.
But until then, we're almost at 6,500 subs on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Great.
You all being a part of that. Twitch is still there. We don't focus a whole hell of a lot on Twitch. We had people saying, well, you got to add all this stuff. Problem with Twitch is that it's meant more for game and IRL. Like your whole show is just talking to the chat so that they have emojis and they have channel points you can cash in to do all these things. The way our thing's set up, even if we did have that stuff, we don't see it. If you're cashing in points for us to do something, I have no idea that this is happening during the
I have so many points for our own channel, and I've been a while ago we were suggesting things like, if you have enough points, you have to make Eric like just crash his own ship in the middle of something like big. And it was very game specific. It doesn't work well with a show. So
it doesn't.
It's very hard to.
It's like change.
Give you guys that mentality.
Random pirate outfit. I mean, it would take me longer. I'd have to go over into the vault there and find some costumes to change into. But on the game, you can just hit a couple buttons and there you go. Or kill your teammates in Phasmo or something like that. Doesn't really apply to the show. So Twitch is just a vehicle we use to help get the show out there. If we could find better ways to integrate it, I would be open to it. I'd love to find that out. But there are plenty of people out there who do the Twitch better than us. One of them is in here right now, the Gurk.
Hi, Girk.
From Girk Nation. Go over there and give him a subscribe. Check out his stuff. He's on there on the nightly. Whether he should be on there or not, he is there. Always there waiting for you. Whatever you go, whatever you do. And then here's another one here. Fang Lyrics. I played with him a couple times through our friend Funkin' Deep. They're all out on the West Coast.
Stream of your guys is trying to mess with you. No one was paying attention. It sucks.
Correct. Very much so. There's better people out there for the Twitch. Anyway.
Yep.
So you're trying to fight off being sick. Right?
I am. Not too bad. Like I don't have a fever or anything, but like my voice just like about 2 hours before we started the show was just said, no, you don't get to do a show tonight. I'm like, nope, I will. I just gotta stay hydrated.
If this is true, that's hilarious. Trash Darren, I'd love to do something with my 96,000 channel points.
We'll have to do something.
We open it up to suggestions. What can we do with the channel points that involve the show?
Right.
That's the hard part. You know,
it's got to be something that's not like Twitch, because I don't know, like for those not watching on Twitch is one of those weird things where like they'll be doing something, and then if you pay your points to do something, they'll literally come to a halt, whatever they're doing, to acknowledge whatever dumb stuff they're doing. And it doesn't work well in a talk radio, talk show format.
Right.
So it's just hard to like say, oh, we have to just stop everything we're talking about to focus on this guy because he's got, you know, thousands and thousands of points.
Yeah, because, you know, some of the points are fun. They play clips. You got to, you know, screw up the game. It's like, hey, light a keg and then don't tell your other crew there that it's happening, and you're like, okay, right. I got to do that, and you ruin things, and then they start screaming at you, what's going on? It's like, well, like someone cashed in the channel points, and then that makes everything okay.
Sure.
We will work towards that. We welcome your suggestions on how to integrate that more with the show. Yeah, so if you're sick, take it easy. I've got to figure out which drink we're going to do here today.
Yeah, I was going to go to the store to get the same one that you had gotten, the Ghost.
You didn't get it?
No, I never got around to doing it. So you could do it. I've got another energy drink in my Powerade here.
Well, this
also I have 81,000 channel points. So yeah, we all want to do something with these things.
I picked this up. It's one of the new flavors that Ghost put out. Now it's a flavor that I loathe because in the 90s, this is when this flavor came to be.
Right.
And for some reason, blue raspberry took over everything, and in some candies knocked out anything lemon flavor to replace it with blue raspberry, because kids love the blue raspberry, and that is fine. I don't give two shits about it. I want my lemon back in the Jolly Rancher, you know, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Well, I picked this up and I figured, you know what, I might as well give it a try. This is their new blue raspberry flavor. I can't imagine this being good.
I was actually upset about the whole blue raspberry thing, to where I had to do a deep dive and figure out that literally it's just a marketing ploy. Like there's no such thing as a blue raspberry. They just wanted some color.
No, raspberry is red. Yeah. And you know, they can't do purple, you know, well, the red is, there's so many variations of red for watermelon, for cherry, for strawberry. So it's like, we don't need another red, and they can't do purple because that just symbolizes grape.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the blue came from, but,
we don't have many blue things that we drink.
Oh my God. It smells.
They do that with coconut too. Blue coconut. Like
it smells like every piece of candy.
Ugh, that sucks.
That is blue raspberry. This smells dead onto it.
Sheesh.
Yet the liquid's not blue.
Well, while you're doing that, Intersect is saying, so I tried Ghost Cherry Lime. Is that terrible, or is it just me? Ghost and some of these other energy drinks tend to be very sweet. Like, I know there's zero sugar, but like whatever they're sweetening these things up with, it's very cloyingly sweet. So like, you just have to be in the right mood for it. And cherry lime is very divisive.
Yeah. I thought I had the cherry lime. I don't. I still have that electric lemonade that somebody sent me that I still have yet to open.
Right.
Hope it's not expired, but who knows?
Do these chemicals expire?
At some point, I don't know. Or they eat through the can. Like they did when I left them in the car during the deep freeze and they exploded. If you haven't seen that photo, it's up on the Instagram. This is not really an energy drink, but it looked interesting. Me and the Bees lemonade. It's lemonade that's sweetened with honey.
That sounds really good.
So I'm gonna have to give that.
I have to look for those. I have some Mexican regional colas that I'm going to grab for our soda show, so I could do something a little more regional on my end, which should be pretty fun.
John Doe in the chat. Jesus, Iraq, we're about to go to war with Iran, and you're talking about candy? Yes, because I give two shits about the any kind of global skirmish that's happening. I need to complain about this. Right. Blue raspberry needs my full attention here as to what is wrong with society and the world we live in. All right, let's get this one.
Goonie Tunes is saying berry blue Kool-Aid flavor would rock. I'm thinking one of these places have to do some kind of Kool-Aid energy drink hybrid, because I would drink the hell out of a Sharkleberry Fin. That would be good.
Yeah, that would be good.
You're like, your face right now is terrible. Oh. You're like, I'm done.
It is extreme. Look, this tastes exactly what people who like blue raspberry would. This tastes exactly like that. So this is perfect for those people. I also know that they did the blue raspberry because their product line of the Sour Patch Kid flavors is ending in a few months.
I think they're doing like sour strips now.
Well, they had that one for a while, but I think that's just a generic version of it. Yeah. But all their Sour Patch tie-in flavors, that deal's over, so they're just phasing the rest of it out before new flavors come in. They're bringing in 7-Up, Dr. Pepper, and A&W root beer.
Root beer is interesting,
which might be really good. I'd be all about the Dr. Pepper one. But yeah, this is perfect for people who like blue raspberry. This is extremely.
And you're terrible. Like, I'm not one of them. So,
and you know how we do on the show here. I got to one up it and make it even worse. So,
oh no, what are you putting in there?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to yesteryear, the days of Zima, my friend.
Oh my God!
What did you used to do with a Zima, or what did girls used to do with a Zima?
I don't know. I don't think I was old enough to actually have Zima or be around girls that had Zima when I was around there.
Zima, they used to drop Jolly Ranchers into them.
Oh, see, they would do that in vodka. I didn't know they did.
So what I'll have to do is I got the Ghost Blue Raspberry. I've got the Blue Raspberry Jolly Rancher. So we're going to, it's not fitting in here. The tab. You know what? I better rethink this, because if I drop this in here because it's carbonated and it starts fizzing all over the place.
Could you imagine it reacts like the same way like a Mentos and a Coke does? I mean, that'd be good for the show. Do it. Woodpit saying Kool-Aid Ecto Cooler. I would love that as an energy drink.
I would like that too. All it is tangerine.
Sure.
So if you can't find Ecto Cooler, if you see the yellow boxes of it's High C, right?
I think it's High C, yeah.
High C tangerine or tangerine, whatever the name is. That's exactly Ecto Cooler.
But it's not green. It doesn't have Slimer on it.
All right, it's in there.
Branding.
It's fizzing, but it's not like exploding or anything.
It's like Pop Rocks.
That is sweet.
Oh, no, thank you. Speaking of Pop Rocks, the other day I went to go get more medicine for one kid, and I was trying to get the other kid to not get sick. They make, that emergency stuff for adults. They make a kid's version, but they give it to you in powdered Pop Rock form.
Needs another one.
Does it though? I didn't think it needed the first one.
Can you hear it?
No, you can't hear it.
It sounds like if you were taking the varnish off a wood floor. All right, gross.
We'll
see how that goes. Giddles is in the chat. Hey, buddy, I ordered a Zima, not emphysema. Good callback line.
I love that episode.
How much treat do you need? Not this. Not at all. This is just for the show. I'm not drinking this ever again.
It's his fourth one today.
The grape, the Welch's grape one.
That was a good one.
The Hawaiian Punch one and the Monster Rehab tea and lemonade are my go-tos.
Those are refreshing.
Those are the ones I have.
Did you get the peach one?
Yes, I did. I don't know if I think I have it over there. I don't think I've tried it.
Okay.
But I have it.
Yeah, you should definitely try that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm all about this flavor of Ghost. Andy, here, it's yours. If I had more, I'd gladly send this to you, but they're all out right now. More flavors are coming out very, very soon. I think the Sprite flavor drops next month.
Like within the next month, yeah, like March
Yeah.
or April.
I will say though, I did get these for when we do the because some of the consumer episodes are going up for bonus material.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to give you one a month with the consumer show. When we do the soda show, excuse me, I'll stone cold them together. Boom. Look at that. The new Coca-Cola Cherry Coke floats.
Yeah, I got the zero sugar. I need to get the regular sugar so I can try it too.
So we got those. We'll try those out. Oh, look at that. It's actually a red liquid. Looking at the tinge of it. Yeah, look at that. That's impressive. All right. Well, we have all of that to get to and so much more. Oh, you sent me something.
I did.
Entertain the audience while I grab it.
So, what do you guys want to talk about? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what energy drinks just came out. I got the Monster Ultra Wild Passion, which I've been really enjoying. I know Eric doesn't like passion fruit. There is a new one that was supposed to be like a Circle K exclusive, but it is all over. It's punch. It's like Hawaiian punch. That one's really good.
Ooh. What brand?
It's both Monster.
Oh, okay.
And then I tried that cherry, what is it? That cherry float from Alani that you had tried.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? Cherry Bomb,
sweet.
I think it's called.
Cherry Bomb. They're just too sweet. I don't know why.
Right. I still have the other one that we have to try too. Winter Wonderland.
Ooh, sounds fun.
Yeah, so we have that to try as well. You sent me a little care package.
I did.
That also had, I guess, my Christmas presents in it.
There's a couple little things in there, yeah.
Great thing to come in for President's Day.
Well, happy
part one of the
President's
present is over there.
Oh, I can see it.
He got me a Bort license plate.
I'm sorry, my son is also named Bort.
Yes, and it's great because they were out of Bort license plates. I do have to ask you about this. Because, I collect a lot of Simpsons stuff, but this never crossed my path.
Oh, hold on. I have one. I have them right here, too.
Okay. Look at that rear end.
That's what you pay the extra money for, guys.
Look at this. These soaps.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've seen this brand. What is it called? Squatch?
Dr. Squatch.
Dr. Squatch. I've seen their ads on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. But these are Simpsons related scents. Squishy Supreme and Dough Nut Delirium. I don't know if I'm ever going to use these.
You're going to use them.
Have you used these soaps?
Not yet. No. Well, I have other Dr. Squatch products. I love them. They're great. They have really good scents. I have
really?
They had Star Wars ones that I did. They had Lord of the Rings ones that were pretty good. But they're actually really nice. And I like some of the ones that have the grit, so they kind of like scrubs and exfoliates. But when these came up, these dropped about a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get them for Eric because Simpsons.
No, I mean it's great. I've just never. I always thought Dr. Squatch was like that, like like Tom's, like that hippie Earth shit that doesn't. It says it doesn't have these chemicals, has no aluminum, but then it doesn't really do anything for you either.
Right. Woodpit is actually correct. This is the same brand that Sydney Sweeney said she was dipping herself into bath water for, and they made bars of soap.
Then I'm all about this. I'll use this every day.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
I thought it would be kind of fun.
It is. I was surprised. I'm like, well, this is something I don't have. I think I'm going to put them over there, but I have them. So they smell like bath bombs.
They do. Well, this one definitely smells like donuts. Like it's just kind of really sweet. This one I may actually let the kids just use because it is almost too sweet.
Speaking of other Christmas presents too, I haven't worn this one yet, but you know how we are really into minor league teams.
We are.
Right. And we got the banana stuff, and I got that new team. They're what is it? The Coconuts?
I think it's the Coconuts. Yeah.
Right. There's other teams around the country. One's in Arizona, but the shirt I want has not been restocked yet. So I haven't bought it. The Tri-City Chili Peppers, they're called. I
don't think that's Arizona. It might be Texas, maybe even New Mexico.
I thought it was. All right. Well, then screw you. So, but another team was, and I'm not a big fan of the place, but I was a huge fan of their mascot. Remember the Portland Pickles?
Yes.
We watched their mascot wrestling John Cena. We saw them tackle people in the crowd like he goes crazy, guy in a giant pickle. So look at this.
Whoa. Oh, you got a Portland Pickles one.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a while we were looking at that purple one that looked really good, but it never came back in our size.
No. So
that's right. Outside of the work, me and Eric go clothes shopping together.
We do online. We get into our group chats and we start searching, making lists and registries. We give and all that
recipes and food, recipes and clothes shopping.
You also sent me this because some of the ones I couldn't find around here, and you got them. We're going to be doing a bonus show where it's an all ramen show.
It's going to be so sodium filled. We're going to be swollen.
Apart. It's going to be extremely culturally inappropriate. And we're going to try all these different cup of soup kind of things, ramen stuff.
I'll be yelling things like Howry Go Rightry.
Here's some flavors that, that just came out that we have not tried yet. And we're going to do it on there. We got lemon pepper wings.
Yeah.
We've got garlic parmesan wings.
Garlic parm.
This one surprised me because I didn't know this even existed. Spicy buffalo ranch wings.
Yeah.
In convenient ramen form.
Those ones sound interesting.
This one I'm hoping is good. The dill pickle. And then I think I had these other. I didn't have the turkey, but I had the pumpkin one. We had the pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice one, and then the turkey dinner one.
That one I'm very curious about.
And there's several other flavors that I have.
Like breakfast, bagel. There's a couple. Yeah. It's
the everything bagel
horrifying.
One. Yeah, we're gonna do all that for the ramen bonus show. So if you haven't subscribed already, go and do that and get yourself a membership. Or in the link in this bio here for this video and all the other videos, there's a link there to show you how to turn your ability on to receive gifted membership. So if somebody decides to give memberships to the chat room there, you could be it's a luck of the draw kind of thing, like
and a few people have had it happen, so it's make some fun.
So if people are feeling generous and they want to give out gifted subscriptions, you could do that, and you could possibly win one for yourself just by chance. All right, so we have that. Real quick, we had Valentine's Day last weekend between last show and this show. Went fine. But my kid tells me that there's this thing called the Valentine's Day gnome that brings presents to kids on Valentine's Day.
I think she's hustling you.
This was news to me. I thought so too, but there are other kids in her class because I talked to parents during drop off and pickup and stuff. I said, "Hey, do you know anything about this?" And couple of the other fathers they were there. They're like, "Yeah, I have no idea what that shit is either." It's like my kids come down and start, babbling about this stuff. I have no idea what this. I've never heard of it. Like,
I've never heard of this.
I mean, for Valentine's Day, what's the Cupid is the mascot, right?
Yeah, a little fat cherub baby.
But Cupid's not like Santa or the Easter Bunny bringing gifts or whatever. It's Valentine's Day is just one of those made up fucking holidays where you just give gifts and go to dinner. This whole Valentine's gnome thing, I had no idea. I don't know why a gnome is associated to it, but she spent all night. Is the gnome coming? Like she got up early in the morning because I put presents in her room with a balloon, and I got to thank our pal Steven Singer.
Oh, nice.
I got the Wicked roses, the gold roses that he puts out. I got the Wicked one. So it's the Glinda pink and then whatever the witch's name, green.
Elphaba.
God bless you. We had, so that, and, so she's got those on display. So she was very happy. Got a bunch of other stuff. And, the whole day she was looking for, she was waiting for the gnome to deliver this stuff. And then she was waiting for Cupid to show up because Cupid was going to show up and hit her with an arrow and give her love. And she was going around the house looking for arrows and then kept driving us crazy. When is Cupid going to show? I don't know. Like now, later in the night, she started getting upset, like legit upset. I had to sneak off to a store to grab some other little shit and put it at the front door with red confetti and everything and ring the doorbell, run around the other side of the house so she didn't know it was there, to think that Cupid dropped off a gift for her.
This sounds ridiculous because at most you have to buy some chocolate maybe for the kid.
No.
And then you get them the classroom full of Valentine's Day cards so they could do their exchange. But that's
they did that already. They did Valentine's Day cards, and she brought the cheese balls, but they're the white cheddar during the winter.
Sounds good.
And they made them in little Valentine's packages. So I bought the big box so that she could, with a card and everything. They're not allowed to address the cards to any specific child.
No, they stopped doing that.
It just has to be generic, and it says from this person, from whatever. And they go and do all of this stuff, hand all of that shit out. And you go, okay, well, you can't list the names. No, because you have to have enough for everybody else, or else you cannot hand that out to the kids.
Yep, they're trying to curb favoritism. Which I get to a point, but
it makes no sense. But then they don't want any kid feeling left out or what have you. Did all of that stuff, and then the gnome thing, Cupid thing. I ran out, got another present. And there's a gourmet chocolate place not too far from me. I got a box of half a dozen gourmet chocolate covered strawberries. Right. So that was there, a little toy thing, red confetti all over the place. The doorbell rang. I'm sitting there and I go, why am I doing all of this stuff?
You're a sucker. I bought my kids sugar cookies that morning because I had to go get milk.
Yeah.
That was it. You guys got lucky. You got that.
It made no sense at all. But yeah, I said, this is not happening for St. Patrick's Day. This is definitely not happening for Easter because she gets a basket.
And you know how lippy she gets around Cinco de Mayo. So good luck.
Yeah. So, she does love Mexican food.
Well, then
she likes nachos, and she likes guacamole and chips. She does not like salsa. She doesn't like spicy stuff. But if you make nachos without the jalapenos on it, but it's with the ground beef, she's all about that. So I know that's going to be a whole thing too. Anyway, so that was Valentine's Day. Had to deal with that nonsense, and then you start, I'm hanging out with her. I get a Valentine's Day gift, but it was more for the kid than it was for me. And I'm not complaining because I'm not expecting anything for Valentine's Day, nor should I. I took care of the people, my family and stuff for Valentine's Day. But I was like, I'm not expecting really anything. And this thing was obviously more for the kid, but it was something that for both of us to do. I got a Lego set. And it was more to do with her than it was, a cool Lego set for me. And that's fine. Have no problem with that. But we just haven't had time to sit around and do that yet. And every day, can we do this? Can we do this? It's like we don't have time between school and activities and work and all this. It's like we're gonna wait for the weekend, this coming weekend. We apparently have a blizzard coming, so we'll just sit there and I'm not going anywhere this weekend. I'll sit there and do that with her.
Saturday, I'm gonna take pictures of me at Dairy Queen ordering a blizzard while it's sunny and bright. It's just gonna make you mad.
Respect. Post that on there and show the world
the only blizzard
and insensitive you can be.
Yes.
So that's what I'm going to do. But she has other stuff, and I'm on the floor with her, and I go to get up, and I'm not old by traditional standards, but based on the world of social media and everything else, we're old, right? Being in our 40s. I went to stand up and I realized I'm making noises as I'm trying to get up.
It's like fucking
I'm pushing up and I'm just going like that. And I went, oh my God, I just made the noise. And I've been catching myself a lot more doing that. And it's not like really strenuous stuff, but it's picking up things off the floor. I have the water tank in my kitchen, right? And the big water coolers I keep in the garage. So if you go to pick them up, they have handles and you pick them up and you start right, Tom, you're making dad noises. And I went, oh my God, when did this start? Now I'm just more aware of it. And I'm at the point now where it's not trying to be young, but it's not also admitting being old. It's more of, I'm going to lean more into being around your age. And it's okay. And in some ways, I'm thinking it's an acceptable excuse to get out of doing things because of your, of the ages that you're approaching.
Right.
So, yeah, the grunt noise where you're like, just to lift up heavy things or move things. I had to repair the dryer. Yeah. So I'm pulling that out there and you hear me going like that. And I caught myself doing it. I got, why am I doing this?
Do you notice that your joints sound like you're like using the bubble wrap and just popping things? Joints,
yes, because at one point I was sitting. I was standing in the. We have a couple of offices, so I'm standing in the office and I'm talking, and all of a sudden I went like this.
Every time we talk about your house, I feel like you've added a floor or you've got 35 other rooms. Like you're always like, I was on the third or fourth floor. I have a couple of offices. I'm just like, it gets bigger every time
my house is like the Stephen King story Rose Red.
It just keeps getting bigger.
It's that hotel that just keeps having rooms that are adding on or floors you can't get to, but all of a sudden now there's a third floor that wasn't there.
So I was getting in the elevator, right?
And to Mabel's, I says, Mabel, I'm sitting there and I kind of do this while talking, stretch, and all of a sudden I go like that, and you can't see it here, but I'm extending my arm. As I'm extending my arm, you hear like that, and I paused, and I looked and I said, "Did you hear that?" Yeah, I heard that. What? I'm like, that was my elbow. I just was stretching like this, and it just goes like that. It sounds like it should have broke, but it didn't feel that way. But yeah, there's times where like if I'm getting up out of bed, my knee makes a noise, my back makes a noise. It's not like debilitating. It's not like, oh, my back hurts. It's none of that stuff. I get up fine. I walk around, whatever. I'm just creaking.
Yeah, it's just
like an old wooden floor. Yeah,
well,
exactly.
We talked about this when your kid was born. I would be like, oh, hey, do you want to get on stream? And I'm like, hold on a second. I'm laying on my kid's floor. I'll be there in a bit. And at first you were like, what are you doing on his floor? And I'm like, I have to lay here until he falls asleep and kind of keep him company. And then I need to get out. And then like sometimes I would get up and you're right. My elbows would pop when I'm trying to push myself off the ground, or my knees would pop. And without fail, he shoots right up going, where are you going? I'm like, fuck. So I have to do it again, to the point where I started army crawling out of his room just so I wouldn't do it. And I would creak the door open. And then one night I remember doing it and I was just like, hey, look what I'm doing. I'm laying on the floor. And then you sent me an identical picture of you on your kid's floor. I'm like, he's done it. He's finally on the floor.
I went into deep into dad territory where the kid will not go to sleep unless I'm sitting there on the floor for like 10 minutes in the room, and then they pass
10
out.
Minutes is light.
So I try to sneak out. But in the room, I've got there's a humidifier that I have in the room, but it also has like a built-in night light within the humidifier. So the thing glows. It's a soft glow, but you can choose between like 12 colors, right? Mm-hmm. And also a nightlight, which is this cupcake cat thing from Gabby's Dollhouse.
Yeah,
I think Cakey is the name. You turn it on, and then what you do, it's kind of like a silicone thing, but you smack it in the head and it changes color. So it's meant for kids to be able to tap it and it'll change to whatever color you want, right? So every night is a color coordination scheme, scheme going on there. So it's like, what are we doing tonight? What color is this? What color is that? There's glow in the dark stars on the ceiling because I had those as a kid and I love that.
It's rite of passage at this point.
So so the room has got all these kind of soft neon lights going on. The stars are glowing. There's it's a white noise machine, but it plays some kind of music to it. Like there's a couple of songs, but it sounds like tranquil music you would hear in a spa.
It's just like Enya out of the Pure Moods the CDs from back in the 90s.
Right. So there's some kind of soft, spa style music going on. So there's a lot happening in this room, and the kid still needs me to sit in there in order to fall asleep. Mm-hmm. So and I sit there with the phone, with my headphones, and I'm catching up on whatever, sending emails, and kid's done. Okay. now I'm trying to get up. There's times where I have to push because of the angle that I was laying on the floor. I got to push myself up off the floor. Right. So I push myself up, but then all of a sudden you hear, and then the pops or whatever. So like you, there's times where I know I'm like, I could feel it. I go, if I move my like,
hold on. I know it's going to happen. I can do this.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that. I know I'm going to start crinkling and cracking and what have you. I've learned to also make it look like, because she wants the door closed while I'm there, but I make it look like the door's closed, but it's not really closed, so I can slide it open.
You said the second you try to turn that knob, something's going to happen.
Yeah. So I, like you do the army crawl. I am essentially doing the Ralph Wiggum down a hill where I tuck and I'm rolling over to the door quietly, and then I open the door, and then I'm trying to slither out the door as not to make any noise, so that the kid doesn't wake up.
I have to make sure that their doors are well oiled, because God forbid I try to open it and it creaks.
Yeah,
I've had to do that a lot too.
I've done that
I have it like easily accessible near their bedrooms. And
I have an old house, so it doesn't matter how new the floors and the stairs and everything are; they still creak when you go up and down. I had carpeting the first year in the place. I was like walking up, because it was all cedar wood everywhere, and it was nice, but it's like you walk up the stairs and it's like a whole parade's happening.
Right.
So I got the carpet runners with the metal rods and everything that go down the staircase, the hallway, all of that stuff. And it's still like, it muffles some of it, but just going up the stairs, down the stairs, it's constantly letting anybody know that you're in the house. You cannot sneak around in my place without every piece of the floor making a noise. I've grown to accept this, and I'm like, all right, well, this is about getting older. I'm going to lean into this.
Yeah.
Now you do enough, if not more, to, I've seen older people, older relatives, where they get into a state where they just stop moving, and then they can't stand up straight, or they can't get out of the chair without somebody pulling them. They can't walk around anymore.
The body atrophies a bit.
Yeah, it's almost like rigor mortis is happening in real time, right? So I was like, well, you know what? I've seen that. I know not to do that. I eat a lot better than I used to. My diet's in balance is fantastic. I've been going out and walking a lot, and just making sure, you lubricate the pipes, if you will, the joints, everything's good to go. You can, just drive the car a couple times a week and it's going to be fine,
Right.
So I go out, I walk around, I do all of this stuff. I'm lifting things. I'm doing everything I possibly can so that I can be, stay mobile, stay agile. And then when I don't need to, I can sit down and play video games for 12 hours. And not be affected by the fact that it's like, I can't lift my legs to get out, or my legs are pins and needles, my feet or whatever. None of that stuff. So as I'm finding the balance of leaning into older age and where it's a curse and a privilege at the same time. There's times too when they're like, "Oh, you want to come and do this?" I can't do that. Why? Well, at my age, I can't be doing
late.
That. Well, you can use it as an excuse, but that's just kind of lame, because that's an excuse. But to get out, of going somewhere,
right.
But to get out of physical activities, like helping somebody move a couch, or something along those lines, whatever. It's like, I've just, I can't do that. When I was younger, I could do that. But then I was like, oh my God, that works. That works. So I'm using that. Wood pit. Inactivity is terrible for arthritis. Yeah, I try to stay mobile as much as I possibly can, so that at night, when I don't have to go anywhere or do anything, I'm playing all kinds of horror games and Fortnite and all of that stuff. I'm like, for 8 hours, I'm like, this is fantastic. I did my part of living during the day. At night, I can do whatever I want. So leaning into your older age the right way is perfectly acceptable.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Now, mentally is a different story, where there's people who are way younger than us that act like old fucking farts or old curmudgeon people because they're just miserable and they don't do anything or they don't read. Like they're watching with younger people. They're not reading shit. So they're not comprehending a lot of stuff. They're just watching video. They're not reading anything. And when they see social media posts, they don't read past the headline. They don't even read past the first paragraph anymore.
No,
none of that stuff. So it's like, well, all right. I try to make sure that I read things, even if it's articles or if it's, the thing for my iPad. It's like the Kindle program, but for books and stuff. Even though I do like audiobooks, there's things I'll read just to keep your mind going. I'll do math puzzles and other stuff like that. I didn't say it was good, but I'm doing them in order to keep everything going. Plus, I edit all the time.
Lion, tiger,
red, yellow, all of that.
Yeah.
But plus doing all the editing that I do, you got to keep that going too. There's other people who just zoned out, and I know people around our age that just have no concept of anything, and they're forgetting shit. And it's not like it's genetic. They're just not using their brain. They're not staying functional going forward. And even though Fang's saying the thing here, caffeine is the gamer's way, it's the way of a lot of us, but people are drinking coffee now as a bougie kind of drink, not for what it was meant for, to keep you awake to do shit you didn't want to do. That's what coffee was there for. It's like, oh, it's delicious, right? But you're having it with all kinds of mocha syrups and foam and all this other shit instead of just having a coffee that's caffeinated to keep you up so you can work your miserable trucking job, Tom, or out there working in a factory or anything that you have to do being an adult. You do all of that stuff, but you got to take care of yourself in other ways too. Speaking of the caffeine, I haven't touched this since we opened it. 2 Jolly Ranchers.
I was going to say, I bet those have kind of just leaked into there. Oh, God. Every time you take a drink, your face just, it's like that episode of The Simpsons where the guy takes a bite of that turnip or that lemon and just, no, thank you.
Yeah, it is. It's like drinking. You ever make a slush puppy?
Yes.
Where they give you the ice and you pump the syrup into it. Just put your mouth under the syrup pump and don't even bother with the ice to dilute it. That's kind of what this is.
No, that sounds horrible.
My water. Yeah, I got to. All right. No, that's better. We're better. John Doe, also exercise your hand grip. It'll go too if you don't exercise it. I've had them. I used to use them. I had the metal things where I'd be sitting here waiting because videos take a while to render. So if I'm looking or watch something else, I used to have the hand grips too.
I had the ones where you put your fingers in it and just kind of just do this. I always worried about that, where it's like, I like playing video games. I like doing all this stuff. Like, when someone asks you that question, what would you rather lose, like a foot or a hand?
Right.
It's like a foot, because I want to play video games. I want to do stuff. Like I always worried that like my hands are going to just tighten up too much and I can't do any of those things that I like to do. Murdering hobos and video games.
I'm seeing the thing here is telling us that it's not going to Twitch. I'm not to Twitch. Wait, is it to Twitch? What was the warning?
It was for.
Oh, it was to X.
It's on.
That's what it was. I'm looking here. It's
there. I see it.
You see it?
I see it. See? Look, it's us in 3D.
No, but I see it as. All right. So for the account here, I see it as live up here. Mm-hmm. Or is it there? But the post isn't there.
Yeah.
The post is not showing you that. So I'm guessing that's open live video. Sorry, radio audience. We gotta check this out.
You can hear that train derail right now.
All right. No, it's there, but all right, whatever. The X audience isn't there this week. They're not there. What do we care? So yes, leaning into the old age. I have a video I want to show you because I was thinking about it, and I found this guy who was leaning into his old age. It's got music on it, so that's probably going to be a problem. But what do I care at this point? Where is it? This guy. Why can't I find it?
I don't know. I'm not there, Eric. I'm here.
I know.
Why do you say it like that?
Okay, here it is. This guy is dealing with, it says, when you're 40 and your body just gives out or just changes. Oh. Here we go. Well,
yeah, I did something the other day where I reached for something and something in my back started spasming to where I had to like stretch my body out so it would stop hurting. And I had to sit there for like a minute. And I'm just like, it sucks, man. Like, I don't want to have this happen.
Intersect in the chat. Anyone ever sneeze and pull their groin? Just me? Okay. I've had it happen where I've sneezed to the point where you lose your breath. And you start choking because you're sneezing so much. It's like, it's trying to keep making me sneeze the air out, but I'm trying to suck the air back in order to sneeze on the way out. So you're just like, it's a push and pull kind of thing on your esophagus. You're like, all right, this is how I'm going to die. How did he die? He sneezed and burped at the same time and his head exploded. And he had to say, now, if you excuse me, all this talk has made me hungry. I'm with you, my friend. I could go for something. We have a bunch of food stuff coming up in just a little bit here. You were talking about how you like reaching up for something.
Yeah.
You had brought this up the other night, and I thought it was interesting because we all do this. You save boxes for things that we don't need to save anymore.
Yeah, I was telling you, like I was cleaning out my some of my office stuff, and you get boxes from Amazon. Sometimes you tear them down. Sometimes you just fold them. And I try to get rid of them. But like, I'm finding that I was saving things from like old iPhones. And I found a Samsung phone box that I haven't had a Samsung phone in like 15 years. I'm like, why am I keeping this stuff?
Yeah. I went and looked in the vault room. Mm-hmm. I have all these pristine boxes for all these Apple products going back. And like one of the phone boxes was like an Apple 4.
Yeah.
And we're way past that. I think my phone's like a 14 or something.
I think I have the 15. Yeah.
And I think in that case is the boxes they're not like cheap toy boxes where you rip them open. You don't care. You take the thing out and you can just throw the box and recycle it. These boxes are very well made. Like a lot of delicate care to make the boxes, the labels, all of that stuff. And I don't know why. Oh, I did stack them up and save them because when you get a new product, I have a MacBook box back there for a MacBook I don't have anymore, iPad stuff. You save it because just in case down the line, it's like, well, within a couple months, if the thing's fucked up, I can bring the box and everything.
It's that weird mentality. Like maybe I need this later, but then the later never comes. And it's like 5 years later, you find it in your closet.
Right. So it's still there. There's still boxes in the vault room of Apple products. Video cards, NVIDIA video cards that I don't even think you could sell them on eBay. They're so low grade from over the years. I have boxes
usually like electronics.
I have boxes of RAM that maybe I could put those on eBay and sell those things, but everything's moved around so fast and so much with the technology. Yeah, the cards are preserved, but to what cost? Like, why are they still here? I got to throw all of this shit out. Now,
I think I still have an old Xbox 360 box.
Yeah.
That thing's like, 15 years old at this point.
I have an old Nintendo box, an old Switch box, but all the other stuff I threw out, but they're all in airtight bins. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're talking going all the way back to Commodore 64, has all the components, the disk drive, the discs, the cartridges.
But see, you have stuff in it, right? Like you have what the box is the Commodore 64 is in there. These are just empty boxes. They serve no function for me. I'm not even holding like manuals in there. They're
the Switch and Nintendo boxes, like I have an N64 box and the Switch box, there's nothing in them. The boxes are just up on a shelf, but the old video game systems are all in everything has their own like airtight tub, so that the video games in there, the pieces, the controller, the plugs, everything's all in there, and then all the games stored in there. So based on by what generation of console, everything's together in those bins. The boxes are empty. The Apple boxes, there's tons of them. I got to throw those out. There's an old Vizio TV box back there for some reason. That's got to get thrown out. The Nintendo boxes got to get thrown out. It's not like, some of the stuff in your background or mine here where, some of the Funkos are taken out. I don't need to save those boxes, though they all get thrown out. But a lot of the ones that are the more expensive pieces, those boxes are saved, because if it ever came down to it, God forbid, that I had to do a big clearance sale, I have the original box to go with that art piece or that sculpture or whatever. Put it right back into the styrofoam that it came with, the covering for all that stuff, sell it as is.
Do you think this is our generation's weird version of remember when your grandparent, your grandpa had or even your dad had a can
in the garage
just full of nails, bolts,
washers. Yes. It's
half used copper wire.
My mom's dad did a lot of mechanic stuff. So in his garage was his workplace. It had those wooden boards with all the holes so that you could do the pegs for
pegboards.
The pegboards. He had cans of chock full of nuts that were severely rusted, that had the nails, washers, the screws, those kind of things.
It was the dad or the grandpa version of those dance sugar cookies. Those the ones that look like you get for Christmas, but when you open it up, your grandma put all her sewing shit in there. You have one, don't you?
I mean, that's
the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah. So he would have that stuff. He had Miller light up things. They weren't the neon things, because these were old. These were 60s, 70s ones. They were more you remember the old Christmas decorations? They were snow, plastic molds.
Yeah, they're called blow molds.
Blow molds that they would put out on their lawn. It would just be a big white mold with a snowman painted on it, that kind of thing.
Those things are coming back. You see them a lot now.
They're terrible. But he had the molds of old, I don't know, a bar closed down or something, because he used to work. He was in the Air Force. Then he worked for this dairy bakery company out on Long Island and in New York City called Dugan's. And then Dugan's dissolved and became part of Entenmann's, but he left there and he wrote out the rest of his time. He worked for Texaco for 20 something years. And so he had Texaco shit up in his garage, but he also had these Miller Lite things that would be in bowling alleys or bars and stuff, but they were the blow molds. They would hang them up. There's a big plastic casing. It would show the chalice.
St. Pauli girls in 3D.
The bucket have fake ice and then the beer is sticking out.
Those are cool. Yeah.
Those old kind of things that would light up in his garage. But he would save all of that shit. And he'd have the cans full of parts that you don't need. Why? Because he would always say, because if you go to fix something, you might need a washer, you might need a screw. And then instead of having to go and buy it, you have it here. But that shit sits there for decades. And then when they pass, you just throw it out. Some of it is so dangerous at that point. You can't just put it out in the garbage. You have to box it up and take it to a dump.
Yeah.
Young
is right. He says, as soon as you throw away that box, you're going to need it.
I know. It's a weird mental illness. And it's not like a hoarder's kind of thing either. You see the hoarders people, that they're just broken.
Yeah, they're the worst.
But it's the people who are kind of in the vicinity of hoarding, but there's a practical purpose to what they're saving. They're not saving junk, but they're saving things that, if he was the guy that would fix a dishwasher, fix a washing machine, fix your car. He knew how to do all of that shit. So if there was something you needed pieces for, rusty nails that he pulled out of something else, go in the can, because they can all be reused. It's that old World War II mentality of, everything is saved, everything can be used. There's nothing goes to waste, except when he passed away, and then everything got thrown out into the dumpster. But yeah, that could be the thing where we save these boxes for video game systems, for electronics, all this stuff that there's no real reason to it. And it's not even like an attachment. It's not like I'm fond of the artwork on the box. Like, yeah, I don't really want to get rid of it. I want to display. It's not even that. It's just you put it away when you first get these things, just in case this thing breaks or whatever, within a certain amount of time, I have the box, whenever. And then years go by when it's like, throw the fucking thing out. And because you said that the other day, I threw that shit out.
It's funny because sitting on my desk is an iPhone box.
Yeah.
Like, I know I could throw this away, but I just got the phone.
I have old hard drive boxes back there I threw out. That box for the flip cam. Remember those things? I threw that out. The laptop boxes, all Apple products. I still have the box for like the microphone and the soundboard and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've got them right there on my floor.
Yeah. Those I might just hold on to in case if this thing's bad or whatever and they want this thing back to swap or whatever, then I have that. But that makes a little bit more sense. Like when you're working in a business, you save those boxes because if you need to resell it or if you got to send it back to the manufacturer to get a new one or whatever. Like, because some of those things, if your equipment is so expensive, you get credit for it. It's like we'll take the old one back and use that towards the purchase of a new thing, like turning in a car. You still have those boxes. You still have the insulation that was cut for that item in there. You save that shit. Everything else you don't need to be saving. I don't have a fucking box for the vacuum cleaner that came in or the dishwasher that you get replaced or any of that stuff. There's no need to be saving these boxes. We got to get rid of everything.
Andy's saying, bury me with my micro USB cables. I have cables for things that I don't even think they go to anything. But God forbid I find something that needs it.
You know the
box
old
full of shit like that.
You know the old Sears Craftsman, and my grandfather had one of these too. I think it was a Sears Craftsman. I think that's about right. But like the mechanics organizing thing, it's on wheels. But like industrial wheels you can lock, but you pull out the drawers and here's all your socket wrenches. Here's all the screwdrivers. Here, like you organize everything, right? I have something like that, but it looks like I bought everything in Radio Shack. I have splitters. I have Y cables. I have a soldering iron. I used to make my own, until I got older and this equipment was more available. I would MacGyver my.
Like don't touch it. Oh, you got to return it now.
I would MacGyver this shit in the 90s to try to figure out how to make a radio studio in my house or how to record things into the computer or whatever. I was cutting audio lines and like if this was a 1/4-inch jack, putting it into the other kind of thing. Like I'm going to cut this off and I soldered on an RCA jack so I could go from the VCR to this. And then all of a sudden these cables started coming out. So I would just buy everything. I've got adapters all over the place for all kinds of wire and video cables. Old Apple power charge cables that don't exist anymore, like the ones with the big giant
fat pins
head for the original iPods. You go in there and it looks like a Radio Shack in that thing. And I looked at that stuff. I threw out shit a couple years ago, and I still have a ton of it because I had too much of it.
Yeah, you never
way too much of it. And that was because I used to, patchwork everything into, to my studio and stuff. Now I can just go on Monoprice or some other site like Sweetwater or something. I need a cable that can do this and this. Somebody's already created it.
Yeah, someone's got it. Yeah.
So it's like, oh, here we go. This goes from a USB 3 to the USB-C, so I can convert this thing. Oh, perfect. I don't need to solder and splice anything anymore. Those days are done. So I got to clear all that shit out too. I have all that electrical stuff that I don't know where to go because I have old DVD players, Blu-ray players that are stacked up there. I didn't want to just throw them into the garbage and into the dump. Best Buy, when they were still around, I think they're still around, but not.
I mean, they're still around, but just use them.
Best Buy in the front of the store, you'd walk in and there was that little lobby area before actually entering into the store. Used to have these bins where you could throw out electronics. Like they used to have these things where it's like you put wires here, put this kind of stuff here.
Yeah, so they could recycle it better.
Yeah, I would bring them to Best Buy and dump them into these bins so that they were at least being recycled or whatever they were doing. They don't have that anymore.
No.
And I can't find I don't want to throw all this electronic stuff out. Not in the sense of I think there's value to it. I just don't want to throw it in the regular garbage. There's got to be something, place where I can go and recycle this shit. So I haven't found anything near me to do all of this stuff, but that's got to go. The boxes got to go. I've already started clearing some of this other shit. I've already been boxing and labeling things. I'm going to do an eBay thing. I have to. I have too much stuff that I need to get rid of.
You should do a mystery box where it's just like, you just have to bid on it. It could be good.
For $70, you're getting $160 worth of product in this thing here. No, but I'm going to I have old O&A stuff. I have fucking old Z100 stuff and iHeart stuff, banners, t-shirts, all of that shit that, was laying around the offices that nobody wanted. I have all that stuff. I'm going to set up we still have the account for eBay. I think it's under the show name. It's Eric Nagel. I'm going to set that up again and put a lot of that stuff up on eBay just to get rid of it. Cause I'd rather it go to, somebody who would actually want it. I've got tons of signed CDs and DVDs and all of that stuff where I looked at a lot of this stuff and it was great when I had it for the longest time. Now I'm just like, I don't need giant racks in this room of signed stuff that I'm not going to have completed. Like the stuff that's completed, I kept. I have a poster I got to get framed, which was it's somewhere over there. Everybody from Superbad. Everybody that was in that movie showed up at Sirius and I got them to sign the poster. So that one I'm going to get professionally framed and stuff. But
I actually just thought of you the other day, real quick, since we're talking about signatures.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Mantegna, Fat Tony.
Yeah.
He's coming out to Arizona. He's got like a tequila line and he's hitting up like all the Total Wines in my area. And I'm like, I'm going to go probably meet Fat Tony and try to get like a signature or something. Why do you keep drinking it?
I don't know. It was out of habit. Oh, terrible. Keep forgetting. It's right there, and I just whatever.
But yeah, when I saw that, I thought of you. I'm like, ooh, I gotta see if I can. Take the day off.
Do that. See if he's there promoting the alcohol. He's not going to have like
he is
Fat Tony photos or something around there to sign. So I'll have to figure out something to get signed. See, if he was in town, I'd have him sign my Simpsons movie.
I know, and I thought of that too. I'm like, I wonder if it's on your poster of all
it's not. I've never met the guy. I haven't done all that stuff. I'm not doing. Well,
if he's doing that kind of promotion, I mean, I'm sure he's based out of California, so he's staying kind of local, West Coast. But I'll look it up, and if he's making his way your way, I'll let you know.
I've made some headway where trying to get rid of a lot of the shit that I have. I have the entire Voltron series that I've never opened.
That's awesome.
Both the Lion and the Vehicle series, the steel metal book containers. Never opened them, never watched them. I was happy to get them. I got them as a gift from somebody a long time ago, but I was like, I'm never going to watch these things. I'm sending them to our pal Richard, who does the Arnold voices.
Nice.
We were talking about Voltron the other day, and I said, "Hey, you're a big Voltron fan?" "Oh yeah." "Do you want?" I said, "I have these. They're in the metal casings of the vehicles and the Lions. Would you want that?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he's like, "You don't have to." I said, "No, if you want it, please let me send it to you." So
I'll have to message him. I'll be like, Eric's the best friend to have because when he clears out his junk, it comes to you.
But it's not.
I think I got all the He-Man set.
It's at least valuable junk. No, it's not just like it's not like dollar store findings that I'm sending.
All your USB cables you're not using.
Yeah, I send signed posters and all this other stuff out. Where it's like I don't have room for this stuff anymore. It's going to go out. I've got a ton of Rick and Morty stuff that has to go. I'm going to get rid of that. I've got Terminator stuff. I got Star Trek stuff. I've got tons of other signed shit that we used to have. I forgot. I have a box over there that I remembered the other day. I had all this signed stuff that I used to give away on the satellite show. We used to give shit away every week. And, when that went away, I had that box. I brought it home. There's a lot of stuff in there that's still signed and toys and collectible stuff that were never opened, that were given to me by the companies and everything that I was just like, I got to give these away to people or I got to do something with it. So there's rare Doctor Who stuff. There's, cool. I think I have RoboCop and he died. RoboCop. What's his name?
Tom Noonan.
Tom Noonan just passed away. So maybe that's the time to get it up there on eBay right now while the nostalgia is hot.
Capitalize on his death.
Yeah, I'll send that to some of those other fucking those Instagram accounts that were giving me shit for the dead people photos.
Right.
Like, hey, so I don't have a photo with this gentleman, but I'm selling rare collectibles because his name is trending right now. I'm going to put this on eBay, so I'll send them the link and see if they get mad about that.
They're like, it's not even RoboCop 2. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, you need to see this vault. I did a thing where I showed Jordan the vault, I think, one time, right? I have that old 1920s banker safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a giant combination, a lever. It could survive a nuclear blast. I'm sure the lead in that thing is probably, poisoning everybody in the household. But it's been there 100 years. You can see the engravings and all of that other stuff. There's no way to move it. It was built into the foundation of the place. My house is over 100 years old, so it was built into the basement of this thing there. It'll be there forever unless they dig it up and get a crane to excavate this place. That will always be there. So yeah, I have the safe, which is in the vault room itself. And then that has a series of doors that are locked to get into there. So you can't just walk into there and steal my signed Funko collection. it's all this security for nothing. Yeah. For really nothing in the scheme of things. It's not like you're walking in and you're finding a bag of gold doubloons or old war bonds or something like that. It's like you're walking in there and it's like so many signed wrestling figures. What's in this? What is this place?
This is a wrestling belt? Who cares?
Yeah. Whoopit's saying, I know a guy that has an old bank safe as a gun safe. Yeah, that has the ability. It has things in the back that you could put guns in there. I can take the shelves out and put like shotguns and stuff.
I was going to say, I think one year for Christmas, I'm just going to get you a gun rack.
A gun rack. Yeah. I don't even own a gun. Nonetheless, many guns that would necessitate an entire rack.
Well, if you don't like it, Wayne, I can take it back.
No, that's not true. I have one. It doesn't need a rack. It's locked in a box, but you can buy shotguns without a permit.
Really?
Yeah.
You can just go to Walmart here.
You got to remember, I'm in Northeast blue states, so there's gun restrictions all over the place. I have my pistol permit, but I can go and buy shotguns without having to get the permit and the clearance and stuff.
Nice
for that. So I haven't done that yet. I need to go get one. My neighbor told me about a Remington. I have the model written down to go pick up.
You wrote down a Remington steel. You're going to go for the wrong thing.
Yeah, I know.
This is a lot of people.
Wrong thing for him, but right for me.
Right. We're going to do a Remington steel rewatch.
Just Jung, our old pal Jung. Funko Pops in the safe. O&A archives in a wet box in the corner. No, they're in the vault room there too. Which, by the way, some of those tapes are going to be thrown out. I think I'm going to videotape it and send it over to the Opster. And just like, you made me do, like a shoot at wrestling promo. So you made me do this.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's going to be like that when The Rock hucked Stone Cold's title over the bridge into the river. That's essentially going to be me. I'm just going to throw the bins of tapes right out into the dump or something like that.
It's funny that you say that. I used to get on like old Funko like message boards on Facebook, and people were like looking for like rare Funkos and stuff like that. And I would have it, so I would take it out of the box and then like just step on the box because they were always complaining that the box have to be in mint, and I would just troll them. Like I would just be a complete dick about it.
Our pal Chris is in the chat here saying that safe holds the frozen Reese's bananas. I know where I'm heading if I'm going to rob Eric's house. No, those are in both the kitchen and the outdoor freezers. So have at it.
That's funny. Yeah, John Doe was asking, that's the director, right, for RoboCop? No, the first director was Paul Verhoeven. The second director was Irvin Kershner, who did Empire Strikes Back. Mm-hmm. The guy we're talking about is Tom Noonan, who played Kane in the second movie.
Yeah, we were talking about something. I couldn't keep an eye on the chat, but I caught a symbol. I'm like, I thought Anthony was in here. I'm trying to scroll.
He was.
Yeah. There it is. You children talking about aging is hilarious. I know.
It's rough.
I know. He's got far worse problems to deal with at his point in life. But we're just we're not old men, shakes fist at clouds. Legitimately, we're cosplaying as them right now. Right. But yeah, we're just noticing things that are happening. and being aware of it and not ignoring it. So it's like, oh crap, I'm at this point where it's starting to happen. What can I do to at least counter it for as long as I possibly can? Right. So that's where we're at, but he's completely right. We have nothing to be complaining about. No. If there's anything else in the chat there, and
I got something for you.
Apologize.
Look at this.
You go ahead.
Roadblock became a YouTube member.
Whoa. Very nice, good, my friend. Oh, I don't have the drop loaded. Shit, I forgot to do that. All right, there's a drop for the, like we have the sounder that goes off for the super chats. We have, well, you know what? Let me see if I can program it to that. Hold on. Temporarily, we'll program that to that. Nope. I loaded the wrong file to that. Let's try it again. That was Zia. Hold on.
That's so funny.
Super chat. There. Okay, that should do it. There it goes. All right. Roadblock became a YouTube member. Thank you very kindly, Roadblock. There's
I could press that. I didn't know if you were going to do that.
Beef drippings with $2. E-Rock, you're still welcome on Beef Tips. Buddy, I said yes the last time you asked me, and then when I reached out to you, you said, oh, did I? I'm usually drunk. I don't know what I said. So I said, that's fine. If you wanted to, just reach out to me, let me know. I saw you promoting something. I think it was on Shuli's show. Yeah, I think you were in Rico's chat room or something like that. And I went. By the way, it's hard to find your channel on YouTube by searching your name and all of that. So if you can find
you don't immediately find beef drippings when you're looking on YouTube.
Well, you find a ton of cooking videos. You know,
that's why.
Yeah, and it's hard to find that guy. Like I had to dig through a couple pages before his thing came up. So.
It took a while. We watched most of the videos.
If you can find a way to make, look, I was watching that because who's going to pass up a good au jus? You know, I'm looking at all of that stuff.
Good.
But if you can find a way to make it more accessible, like a .com or something direct, if you have a social media handle that I can follow where it links right to it, be so much easier. Because unfortunately, right now, until your channel grows a little bit more, it's hard to find you in the search. Outside of countless food influencer videos, all, by the way, fantastic to watch. I'm all about watching stewed, beefed, broiled, grilled, smoked meats, and all the drippings being put into gravy and au jus. And some of them take the tallow, put it into a spray bottle, and spray it right back on top of the ribs and everything they're doing, and throw them right back into the smoker. Fantastic way to live. That's my midlife crisis. You know how when older people, we're there now.
Again,
you know how the old adage used to be for middle-aged people is that they'd have an affair or they'd buy a sports car or they were trying to recapture their youth crisis and everything. Yeah, mine is I'm going to invest in a blacktop. What are those things called where you do the omelets and other shit on it?
Yeah, it's just a flat griddle.
No, what's the company name? Blackstone, thank you. You know, get a Blackstone. I'm going to get a smoker. I'm updating my computer rig soon. We talked about retirement down the line.
Oh, yeah.
And Jordan is like, what we'd be. I said, I'm going to be the guy that, you know, our parents, our grandparents, when they got older, they didn't do much.
No.
Like they got up super early for no reason and their day was done by like 10, 11 in the morning. They'd go out, do their shopping, go to church, whatever. All of that stuff, they'd be done. And then they'd come home, they'd have lunch, they'd take a nap, maybe, watch soap operas, and do nothing until they had dinner at 4:30 because they had to get the early bird blue plate special, and then watch The Wheel and Jeopardy while they're sitting in their recliners and crocheting or whatever, and they're in bed by 8 o'clock. Like, their days were terrible.
I was going to say, hold on. I thought you were trying not to sell me on this.
No.
That's wonderful.
It's all terrible. Mine, I said, we grew up in the video game age.
Yeah, we're digital kids.
You know, when you get those people online, because when we talk video games or we post stuff about video games, you're a grown adult that's still playing video games. Yeah, asshole. We were there when it was invented. We've been there through all of this shit, and we'll probably kick your ass in whatever game you're playing.
Yeah.
So unless you're Asian, then I'm not fucking with you. When the Asians show up on the servers early in the morning, I'm done. That means that I need to sign off and go to bed. When all those symbols
the
start
South
showing up,
Koreans are playing. We got to go.
whatever multi-tier game that you're playing, and all of a sudden you start seeing the Asian names pop up there. It's like, all right, it's time for me to go to bed. The sun's out. I'll rejoin the world later.
I was doing that on Mario Kart. I was like, ooh, that's a lot of kanji. I got
Mario Kart, Red Dead, Redemption. I used to do that. Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, you're by servers now, so that doesn't count. But there were other games where as soon as you started to see Australia and Asia show up, it's like, it's time for me to fucking go to bed and be done with this, because I just can't compete against the Asian gamers on a lot of this stuff. Counter-Strike.
Yeah, Counter-Strike was hard.
Counter-Strike was an old one. But yeah, we're just going to be old guys
cooking things.
What does your grandfather do? Or what does your dad do? He's like, I don't know. He gets up. He does stuff around the house. He goes to this place that he likes. He gets a sandwich, brings it home, puts it in the fridge. All his
cords.
Yeah. Well, no, those will be all gone at this point. He's like, but he's got like this, multi-$1,000 gaming rig that's hooked to a lazy boy. Like it's a sight to see. The whole room's neon, all of this shit. He's live streaming to God knows who, and he's playing horror game and pirate games all day. That's what he's doing. He's like, that's my retirement goal.
Sounds great.
I have enough money away.
We were that generation that started off analog and went into the digital world. Like we've stepped in both sides, where like our kids are all digital. Like they don't know commercials. They hate, non-streaming stuff. We had to deal with, VHS, beta, all this stuff. Yeah. So I want to just play games all day.
Yeah, it's living Anthony Cumia's life, except he's at the retirement age, but he's not retired. No. He's still working more jobs than he should be working at this point, but he's still out there doing that. And when he's not, what does he brag about? Oh, he's enjoying some drinks, and he was playing fucking Call of Duty till 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. That's the goal. That is the goal. Look, I'd also like to travel. I'm a big cruise guy. I like to go to Europe and things like that. I'll do that too. But when I'm done and retired, well, are you going to join like an organization, something to keep going? Nope. I'm going right back on there and kicking kids' ass on Fortnite. That's what I'll be doing at 65 and older. Goals.
That would be awesome.
Goals. The point of privilege, yes. If I'm working my life towards the point where everything's financially taken care of, it's maintainable. I have an incredible thing where it's multiple screens. Over here, I'm going to have live television, like news or something over here. Over here will be a screen that'll have my emails and everything else that I can Google and everything. I'll have the big bendy screen, or who knows what amazing technology we'll have in the next 20 years for that. So I can play.
We're going to be like in the Sphere, like in Vegas, but it's going to be our room. It's just going to be surrounded by shit. I'm
going to have a cozy lazy boy kind of setup with the posture thing, so it doesn't fuck up my back while I'm doing all of this stuff. And then I'll have another screen, for movies. All that. Like there'll be too many screens. You'll walk in and it'll look like a control room for a network, and it's just me having everything there at my convenience, so that I don't have to enjoy the outside world anymore unless I choose to do so. That is the goal. Here's Anthony playing Battlefield 6 right now, listening to you guys. See, that's the life. 6. That's what you need to do. And you know what else he did too? Because I don't recall him ever talking about having a pet through most of his life. He's got a dog now, and he's become a big dog guy. Like he posts the videos and stuff. His dog's insane, but it's adorable. He's doing it right. He's got a great place. No one's around him. His video game stuff. He's doing his radio stuff. He's got the dog that plays around with him, bites him all the time, which is hilarious, and then will destroy anybody trying to break into that place.
Good.
All he needs is like one of those 6-foot party heroes, and he's good to go. But that's the goal. That is the goal. Where did I see Chris here? So it's like Chris saying, you're making me rethink the rest of my life. That you should be. This is what you plan for. I know people are planning like putting your money into IRAs and investments and stuff like that. Do all of that. I'm doing I have some of that stuff set up. Do all of that just to take care of the real world shit, so that you cannot be a part of the real world when you hit retirement and just be a kid.
Yeah.
At that age, just be fun.
Why not?
Not be miserable. I won't give a shit about your religion. I won't give a shit about your politics. I won't even give a shit about your family, what's going on with the school board, I don't care. My accounts are set up to pay everything every month. I'll keep tabs on it. It's all good. Everything's paid at the beginning of the month. No problems. Nothing. Okay, great. For the next 30 days, I will be unreachable unless I decide to call you back. And I'll be playing whatever new games are coming through. By the way, there's a new game on Steam that I got the demo for. I know you got it. I'm going to try it this weekend. Simulator game. Hear me out.
And this is right in my wheelhouse too. Like I'm excited for this.
When I was in high school, one of the most coveted jobs you could have for our time, right, was working at a music store, a video rental store, one of those stores in the mall that was kind of like that, like a Suncoast Video, Sam Goody, those kind of things. The Wiz, nobody beats the Wiz. I don't know if they had them out there back in the day, but they were big on the East Coast. Those kind of stores, that's where you wanted to work. One of those multifaceted electronic stores that had everything, right? But working at a video rental store, I tried for so long to get into the Blockbuster that was near me. But I wound up working McDonald's for 2.5 years to pay for my car and all that shit, which, by the way, they gave you, if you worked there in your high school years, I don't know if they do it now, but they would give you fucking certificates for college.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't much. It was a couple $100, but still, it was towards, your tuition and all of that stuff. These bonds or whatever the things they were giving. Anyway, not the point. I robbed that place blind through Animaniacs toys, Monopoly cups, and just, like double, triple stack McArches that I was making to take home. Point being that I wanted to get to work at Blockbuster, but could never get in because nobody left those jobs. Anybody who worked there was like a for lifer for some reason.
Yep.
Point I'm getting at is this game is called, and look this up, it's on Steam or you can watch the trailer on YouTube. It's called Rewind 99. The demo is out right now. You can only play for like half an hour and then it cuts you off. The full game is coming out, I think, within March, somewhere in March. So we don't have that much longer to wait for it. You work at a video store. You help set it up. You design it. The carpets are the weird fucking trippy casino looking floor carpeting. For there, or old arcade, timeout arcade trippy.
I remember when you were looking at floor samples after your flooding.
Yes.
We were talking about getting you like old arcade or old arcade carpet and stuff like that. I
wanted some of those weird, bizarre carpets that looked like insane in blacklight, but it also the way the color patterns were. You know why the color patterns were that way in arcades and casinos? I think
it was just like to like lull you into just like never wanting to leave.
No, I mean it does lull you, but the reason why the carpeting was such in arcades and in casinos is because they match the colors of the chips in the casino.
Oh yeah.
And they were so busy that you would lose track of the tokens or your quarters if you dropped them on the floor. So if you had chips and you dropped them on the floors were all designed in a way that if you had green chips, pink chips, orange chips, whatever for that casino, you drop on the floor, unless you're really staring at it, you casually glance over, you don't see it. So they would make extra money from people dropping the chips on the floor off the table while they're walking to cash in, whatever. And that would just be extra money that the maintenance people who would clean the floors every 15 minutes would scoop that up and you would get the chips. Same thing with the arcade. You drop the tokens in the quarters, the guys going around cleaning would get, free money essentially. I wanted something like that for the studio, but it was at that time, it was really expensive to get that kind of goofy batshit kind of carpeting.
Right.
I was like, all right, it's not worth it. Plus, I didn't know how well blacklight was going to look on camera. I still need to experiment with that, but if I could do that and I could get the fucking goofy Sam Goody carpeting in here,
that would be funny.
We're going to make it happen. Anyway, the Rewind 99, you work there, you build the whole thing up. There's a competing video store in this corporate park that you're in across from you. There's other stores. You're arguing with customers. You're doing this. So it's essentially a simulator like the supermarket simulators, those kind of things, those kind of grinding games. But you're working in a Blockbuster. You got to recommend movies. There's mock movie posters in there. In the back room, I saw in the demo, it was called Finding Emo. And it was some emo kid that was hiding from bullies or something.
Sounds about right.
And I was like, this is fantastic. So
I
go check that
worked at a Blockbuster. I've worked at Hollywood Video and a Blockbuster. And if they still existed now and I could have made a career of it, I would have stayed. Like, it was just such a fun time for me. You talk about movies. That's where we used to, like, when we closed and we were cleaning up, we'd throw on whatever terrible movie. Like, we watched Orgasmo or what was the other one? We just watched whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I just loved it. And I still have like the PTSD from that place. Like every time I go to a store that has like any movies or any DVDs, I face them. Like I'll pull them out like because I used to have to straighten up the store, and I still do it to this day. It's been 25 years.
Yeah. It's like, remember, you can't, if the move, I remember one of the girls that was in my class in high school that worked at Blockbuster, she told me that they were not allowed to reserve movies off the shelf and put them in the back for themselves. You know, if at the end of the shift they were on the shelves, you could rent them, but you can't take them if you're opening up in the morning. Mm-hmm. And she goes, bullshit, they all did that.
Oh, we did it all the time.
She goes, do you ever wonder why if you came in Friday afternoon for a new release and half of them's already gone, it's because all the employees tucked them in the back ready to rent.
We'd get them that Tuesday for a Friday release. So like we'd have to like box them. We'd have to get them ready. And then half the time we'd get to take them home. We'd get screeners. We had to do midnight releases. I remember working a midnight release for Titanic. And it came in that double box set. And this was back when they separated them out. So like the gold box was widescreen. Blue box was the regular, 4x3, and it was just wild how many people would show up at midnight to buy, Titanic on VHS. It was so wild. I loved it. I loved that whole thing. So when you said this game was what it was, I was like, yeah, I'll definitely get into this with you.
There was that same girl that was in my class. I'm like, I haven't seen her since high school. I just looked it up real quick. She lives in San Diego now. She seems to be doing all right. She and I worked out a deal of trading the free food for free rentals.
Nice.
So she would come through the drive-through at McDonald's and order something specific. And I knew it was her, and I would go and it looks like on the screen you're going to ring it up, but then you just clear it out.
She'd hand something to you and go, and 1 foot long.
So
all right.
I would put her food in, together and hand her that. And then she's like, oh, could you throw this out? And would have another bag. And I go, yeah. And I put it next to the register while that, and it would be like a small stack rubber band of the free rental cards from Blockbuster. And I would give her free McDonald's food. Now, yes, very illegal, but what are you going to do at this point? Blockbuster doesn't exist. McDonald's has its own problems.
A lot of these places, we always had deals with those kinds of places. Like, we'd always trade goods and services. It was almost just an unspoken rule.
Yeah. What is on the screen here? What is this thing?
That's going to be my retirement. That's going to be my gaming chair. The Scorpion.
What the fuck is?
It reclines. The screens bend down. You're just laying there. Every time I look at these things, I'm like, this is ridiculous. There's no reason for it. I want it. They're like $4 or $5 grand.
Not gonna lie, that looks terrible. Yeah, it does look like a scorpion, but I don't know if I want to. Can you lay on your back like this and try to game? I don't know if you can do that so long. Your hands would get numb from the blood going down, right?
I mean, maybe. Like, I don't know if I could do keyboard and mouse. That would be weird. Like, if I have a controller, I'm just like holding it back. Might be fun. No,
I'm trying to get rid of my controller days. Even though, we can get into this then here. I got rid of my Xbox Game Pass, and I'm trying to get rid of the controller stuff too. But I was given this as a gift years ago, and I never used it. And now I was looking around, and I'm kicking myself as to why I never used this thing. It is so dusty and whatever. It is a Razer Taurus. Razer Tartarus. It looks like this,
fish,
right?
Oh, it's that
thing here, like that. So I'm gonna start using that to play because I've been trying to play some other games that I've been using the controller for. I'm like, let me try to get used to the keyboard shit. It's a learning curve. I'm still trying to get it down, but the fact of how accurate I can shoot things now, like in Fortnite. If I got the sniper, I drop the controller and grab the mouse real quick, line it up and shoot it that way, and then pick the controller back up.
I feel like I remember when you got that, you were going to try to use it for Sea of Thieves, and you just never got into it. Never
got around to it, and it's been sitting on the desk forever. And now I'm going to hook it up there and do all that stuff. But I moved everything off my Xbox account. Everything that I owned, that I bought or got for free for some reason, you can still play those without the Game Pass or anything. Anything else I had installed that I was using Game Pass for, like for Sea of Thieves, I've been paying for Game Pass
for years.
20 years now.
20. Yeah, I'm at 21.
And the amount of money that it was costing up until a year ago, like a little over a year ago, it was $14.99.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe 2 years ago, $49.99. And then it was $20 up until November. Now it's over $30.
Yeah.
And I go, if I'm only playing No Man's Sky regularly and Sea of Thieves, I'm paying way more than the value of this game. I should just buy the fucking game, right? So I decided, I was like, all right, I've had it because I got a notice that, back in November when that was October, that was happening, my account was about to expire from the year thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, I went online and went to one of those sites where you get the membership cards cheap.
Yeah.
And I bought a 3-month thing and I lowered it down from the ultimate to the PC plan. I said, this will give me enough time to figure it all out. And of course I didn't pay attention to it. And I got the notice that my account is going to renew on the 28th of this month. And I said, yep, I'm not going to do that for $32. So, because I didn't notify the thing, I just put the card in there and it gave me it for 3 months as the PC plan, but it was automatically ready to renew for the full amount for the ultimate. I was like, this isn't worth it for me. None of this is worth it for me. I'm not doing it. Everything I'm playing, I could pretty much get on Steam.
Well, and you don't have the gaming ADD that a lot of kids have where they have to go to the newest thing and they're always switching stuff up and utilizing the 5,500 whatever games that they offer on the Game Pass. You stick to your core 4 games, unless it's like a cheap Steam sale or something like that. Right.
Real quick, Intersect saying I would love to fall asleep in that scorpion chair. Yeah, and then the monitor fucking pierces you while you're sleeping, breaks off of there. I went through everything and I was like, I don't want to do that. A lot of the games I was playing, there's some games I didn't get back to. Like there's a game called Blueprints that I was playing. I still hadn't figured out what I was doing with it.
Yeah.
And I never went back to it. I still want to play it, but it just wasn't worth keeping this. And I said, all right, I want to get rid of this. Let me see how much it's going to cost to convert everything over to Steam. And I had bought Sea of Thieves a while back for $19 or $20 on a Steam sale, which is dirt cheap because it's a $60 game still. And it's hitting its 8th anniversary next month. And it's still $60. I got it for $20. So No Man's Sky, I was like, all right, I want to transfer my No Man's Sky stuff over so I can play it on Steam. It's a $60 game, but it was on sale for like $25. I went to some of these websites I have to see, and I got it for $17.04.
That's good.
So I was like, all right. And then whatever the tax was on top of that. So I did that, transferred it over, set up the cloud link stuff, got loaded up the game on the Xbox side, set the cloud up, signed off, opened it up on the Steam side, connected to the cloud thing, all my shit transferred, done. Did the same thing for Sea of Thieves, went and uninstalled everything.
But that saves so much room.
I saved when I deleted all the games that I had in there, I got over 200 gigs back on the hard drive.
Jesus.
Sea of Thieves being the biggest was like 126 gigs.
Wow.
On there. So I deleted all of that stuff. The thing's sitting there dormant. It's set to expire on the 28th, never using it. I moved everything over to Steam for dirt cheap. And some of the other games, there's constant sales going on. And when there's a sale, there's other sites that try to undercut the sales. Mm-hmm. So if you know where to look, you could probably get it for like, well, it's already down 60%. Yeah, but this website saves you another $2 on it. So it's worth buying the code off of them. Yeah, it's done. It's just said. It's an end of an era. 20 something years. I think you're even longer than I was.
I'm at 21 years under my current account. I think I had an account before that to maybe tack on another 2 years. So yeah, I'm at least 23 years. It's the longest relationship I've ever been in. It's just me and Xbox.
And they didn't leave you. That's you left them. That's a first.
Yeah, and I didn't get it pregnant.
Canceled all of that stuff. It's just not worth it. But it says like you get access to 500 games plus the Blizzard Activision library, and they did a deal with who owns Fortnite? Epic. So they did a thing with Epic too, so that you get the crew pass, which is the monthly generating pass and all that stuff with your ultimate thing. And it's just like I can it's cheaper if I pay for this myself than keeping that pass on there. Everything moved over. I'm going to be done with it. I'm glad to be done with it.
But how are you going to play Avatar Frontiers of Pandora?
I'm not. And that's the great part about it.
I'll do it.
But the games that I had from Xbox that are available through their app for the PC system, whatever, you don't need to have a Game Pass in order to connect online to play those games. If you own them, you can connect. That only happens if you still use console. So if I was still playing on a console and I have all these games that I purchased or got codes for or whatever, I'd still have to pay for a basic Xbox Game Pass account in order to connect the console to the server in order to be able to play these games
online. Yeah,
I'm never going back to a console unless for some reason I can't ever see this happening again. There's something so exclusive that it's just going to be only for the Xbox console that they'll never make it PC. There's no reason for it. Now I understand PlayStation doesn't have has a PC component, but they don't own PC stuff like Microsoft does, right?
Right.
So there's games that you have to buy a PlayStation in order to play on Sony. Now some of those games have been porting over to Steam. Like there's Gods of War, the Spider-Man series is available on Steam, so I could play those if I want. But the sports games, things like the wrestling games, things like that. I can't see myself ever going back to console. You were telling me that the next Xbox console is pretty much just going to be like a makeshift PC.
Yeah, they're developing it to be basically a hybrid, which means it's going to be like a Steam machine. It's going to run everything like a PC, and it's going to drop all those restrictions like having to pay to play online. So they're going to start developing that. I mean, I'm sure they've got most of it built right now, but with the way parts are and all that stuff, if they release it now, it'd be too expensive. So they're still testing, still doing all that stuff. But yeah, it's going to be kind of a hybrid, which makes sense, especially since they are leaning so hard into streaming games and Game Pass and all that stuff. Because
the console technology just can't evolve to the level that the PC is at. Yeah, because PC. Like, what was that game that came out that I was really excited about, but it was fucking up my video card?
Star something.
Star, yeah, whatever. It was a big deal for Microsoft that this game was coming out, and then there was a bunch of problems, and I don't think anybody plays it anymore. But
I think they dropped off, yeah.
But I remember playing it. It would crash every 20 minutes. I go, what is going on? And it turned out that this new game needed better technology than my video card was able to do. So I had to go and buy a brand new video card, and that video card needed a new power supply. So I had to buy a new power supply in order to run the new video card and all of that stuff.
I remember that.
Starfield, I think was the name of the game.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Thank you. Once I just keep upgrading everything here, and I have like the solid state drives, the hard drive stuff with the space, all that. I don't need a console. I don't need to sit there and it's like, well, you can get an external hard drive to plug into the why? I can plug the Xbox controller into here if it's a controller game and use my PC as an Xbox.
Well, and here's the other thing. Like once you start really leaning into that and you've got the space to do it, then you start moving into emulation. You start moving into, porting things from the old Nintendo libraries. Like I have my Steam Deck handheld that has every Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, I've got all the emulation on there, and I can play things like GameCube games that they don't release because Nintendo holds on to what they do.
Nintendo put out the little mini Nintendo and the little mini Super Nintendo that had all these games and stuff. Well, somebody I knew said, hey, if you send that to me, I can wipe that out and reprogram the entire thing. And I said, surely, and sent them both over. Yeah. I'm going to be patching these things into the computer as well.
Nice.
So that I can go back and do old school gaming stuff. Like I'm going to go back and play games nobody gives a shit about, like Mighty Bomb Jack.
Oh, I loved Mighty Bomb Jack.
Or Mylon's Secret Castle, Blaster Master, Faxanadu.
Boy and his Blob. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Earthworm Jim.
All of that.
I do all that
Bubble
stuff.
Bobble.
I love Bubble Bobble.
All of that shit. I'm going to plug them all in here and everything's ready to go. So, Game Pass is done. I deleted everything. Everything's over on Steam. I'm very happy to be over there on Steam. Problem is that not many people are playing Sea of Thieves anymore because they got so fed up with it. Like a lot of the servers are empty. And they said they're making changes now with the new season coming up. that's going to fix a lot of this stuff, but I don't know. It might be too little too late, because the last season, some of the storylines and they put in there, they were like, you got them done within 2 weeks, and then there was nothing to do for the next several months.
Yeah.
So, I'm out there by myself most of the time because nobody else is playing that game anymore, or at least to the extent that they used to. And then I got really into Fortnite, which I was not expecting, but here I am. I am. That Simpsons was a gateway map into the rest of the Fortnite stuff. Mm-hmm. And I just finished the storyline with the Dark Avenger or whatever his name is, the alien that took over the map
that's right.
And all that stuff. So I'm unlocking that shit, and then there's all this other garbage they're giving me that I don't want. I keep trying to delete it. But yeah, all about that. And I started to figure out who the real players are on there, the pros, and who are the kids. Mm-hmm. And I think it was you that told me about the kids, right? About they run into the fights all the time. They drop down, they run and spray. And it's like, all right, so I hang back for a while and let
thin the herd.
Yeah, because it's 100 people per server. You let the first 50 go because it's taking out all the kids and the dumbasses. Mm-hmm. And then you hide out and like, all right, when you get down to 20, these are the people that you know how to snipe through halfway across the map and cut through your shield like you have nothing. So you got to figure all that shit out.
Yeah, it's just resource collection. You just go find your stuff, hang on the outskirts of the map, move with the shrinks,
perimeter, yeah,
and let everybody take themselves out. My son can't figure that out. He always wants to go engage. I'm like, why? You can win with 1 kill. You can win with 30. Who cares? Like, no one cares about you. Just wait. Yeah. Because you and I were doing that where it's like, let's just hang back.
And then you would start yelling at him, and, like in the room next to you. And it's like, could you tell us when you're going to run off, please? Because we're over here and we have no idea where you are. And he just goes running towards the center of the map. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's our video game stuff. Get rid of Xbox. If you, a couple of people hit me up. They're like, "What's the websites to get the cheap keys and the codes for your games for Steam and stuff?" So I was sending links to a few people. So if you want to know, let me know. I'll provide.
Then if you want to get real risky, like I've done in the past, you buy codes from different regions, like Argentina, and then like VPN it. Set it all up and then go back, and then you get the stuff for way cheap.
Oh, I did that a couple years ago. Sea of Thieves had a promotion with Oreo.
That's right.
You had to scan the cookies in order to get like the physical cookies in this thing there. You had to get 4 different kinds of these cookies. There were mystery in the packages in order to unlock this ship set. So somebody put out an image that's like, hey, these scans work. So I'm downloading those scans, trying to do it in there. I had to VPN over to London in order to claim it. They're doing it again now with Pringles. You get sales that you drop them down and it looks like the Pringles guy in the Pringles can, but you can only do it over in Europe. So I have to log in again and try to pull that shit off. But yeah, I'll look into the other country stuff and get all that stuff put in.
Woodpit was saying Crimson Desert finally won me over. That ham looks insane. Yeah, I can't wait for that game. That's actually, I think, one of the games I'm looking forward to this year.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy medieval game coming to Xbox and PC. Yeah, it looks really good.
Besides Rewind 99, there's this other game. It's a simulator game.
You love those sim games.
Yeah, so it's a horror game disguised as a simulator game. So you're like in some weird Siberian area of Russia, and you're looking for a job, and you walk into this mini market called Hell Mart.
Oh, you told me about this one.
You work there and you're stocking the shelves, whatever. You got to deal with the weird locals, but then you have cues from whoever owns the place text you on a beeper because it's Russia, ancient technology. It's like, you better start locking up the store now, or, make sure this is secure, whatever, because these fucking things show up out of the woods trying to get into the store. And it looks kind of like The Mist, too. The way the front of the store is, there's shit outside trying to get in there and kill you. Bought that, so I'm going to start playing that.
They have those kinds of like games built into Roblox, and one of them is like my kids were watching it and we were just watching it together on Twitch, and it was like they were just selling shawarma, and it was just so weird. Okay. But it was like the customers were all creepy, and like you had to like look at like the different cameras to see if like they had like demons attached to them, and you would shut the shutters, and these games are weird, man.
Whoopit saying, have you ever guys ever try Schedule 1? Yeah, I had a great mini empire going up until they did the shroom update. And I haven't gone back to it since because I was like, I didn't need yet another drug because I already had like 4 different kinds of drugs being manufactured in different places. I got to run around. I got to pay people. I got to collect from the dealers, all of this shit. I was like, I don't need a 5th one to deal with. And it's not even that big of an update other than, oh, you can sell mushrooms. Cool. So when they update it a little bit more, I'll go back to the game and play around with it. But
I tried playing on my Steam Deck, but that game just does not lend itself well for like controller stuff. So I have to plug it in and do keyboard and mouse with that one.
So Hellmart, you want to check that out. There's also a game called Roadside Research.
Yes, that's on Game Pass, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm going to play it this weekend.
All right.
Or like your aliens or something running like a mini mart.
Yeah, it reminds me of my favorite game of all time called Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders. It was a spin-off of Maniac Mansion. It's a LucasArts game. And in the telephone company, there's aliens that were trying to take over the world through the telephone company. But they were wearing like cowboy hats and Groucho Marx glasses. Awesome. So that they looked like real human beings, but they were really this race of aliens that was trying to steal resources and stuff and take over the world. It looks exactly the same because they're aliens, but they have like brown bag papers over their face with a face run on it, and people are believing that they're real human beings working at this roadside gas station mini mart thing.
Right.
So that's
in game preview mode on Game Pass. So for those have kept it, it is on there.
Yeah, I have a lot of these other horror games and stuff that eventually I'll get down to buying and playing. But I have games on my thing that I haven't started playing yet. I'm gonna have to start streaming those too.
Oh, see, it's just a normal Steam backlog. Everyone has one of those.
Yep.
I've got 1,000 games that I want to play and I never get to. I'm still waiting on the fucking shark dentists.
It has not come, and we've been talking about that for at least a year.
It's almost a year now.
Yeah,
it's my most anticipated game in history.
But everyone online is playing. I mean, obviously Battlefield, but and Call of Duty stuff. But they're playing Arc Raiders.
Yeah,
like everyone just dropped everything and went to that because everyone on Twitch is streaming that game. We need to play it too. Like that drives me nuts. I understand games are good or can be good, but when you following what the trends are doing, and you're like, if you're a Twitch watcher and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, they're playing Arc Raiders. I got to play that too. And then everyone starts playing it. And I'm going, all right, this is not a game for me. And I know it looks fun. There's a lot of weird shit you can do in there. And even Fang saying he's like, Arc Raiders is goated. Because he plays. I know a lot of the other streamers that play, that were known for playing 1 or 2 franchises. That's where they built their audience.
Yeah.
But they're also playing Arc Raiders now. So everyone's playing that game, and for some reason that makes me not want to play that game because everyone's playing that game. And I guess
we're gonna get into it, and then everyone's gonna drop off, and it's gonna be boring.
And my nose is itching. And I guess because of the Helldivers movie information, everyone's playing Helldivers 2 again, unless there was a big update.
I got back into Destiny 2, and now I'm thinking I'm gonna do Helldivers again as well. I love that game. Me and Rob used to play that a lot.
You kids and your damn hell diving will be the end of us all.
Look, a good bug is a dead bug.
All right, moving on. We talked about the energy drink earlier, which was this blue raspberry thing. It's disgusting. Back in what I used to call the day, there was a drink that The Rock put out called Zoa Energy, and it was meant to be like it was vitamins, not caffeine and all this other stuff, right?
It tasted like vitamins,
and I didn't mind it. It was good. Like their grape, their white peach flavors were fantastic. And then they had the Duanta Claus, which was essentially fresh made cranberry sauce. Like when you have the orange zest in it and everything, that's what it tasted like. It was fantastic. Well, they got sued for saying that they had no preservatives in their drink.
Right.
And it was proven that they had preservatives in their drink.
It was like citric acid or something.
And they never admitted guilt, but they said that they were going to come to a settlement. So, the settlement for the Zoa stuff expires Friday of this week.
When did they announce it? Was it a while ago? And we just
beginning
now
of
found
this
it?
week.
Oh, bunch of dicks.
At least that's when I was made aware of it.
Right.
So it's a multi-million-dollar settlement, and based on what your order history is, you could get a few $100 out of the settlement from this thing. So I know I had a history through Amazon, and I went and I found everything there, and I submitted it. So I was like, yeah, I want to get any money I can get back. I'll be glad to do so. I have not drank Zoa in
it's been a while,
at least a year. The Celsius that I had gravitated to, I still have half a case of it over there that I still haven't touched. Like it's been there for a while because I found that the lemonade iced tea from Ghost, and then that was the gateway to everything else. So I haven't touched any of that stuff. But if you go look online, Zoa Energy drink or Zoa Energy lawsuit. If you have bought that stuff in the past and you have proof of it, it ranges from if you bought them from between the years of 2021 to 2025. So if you have anything that has a history, email any of that stuff there, look online for the link, fill out the form, supply your proof of purchase there, and you qualify to get money back for all of this stuff.
Yeah, March 1st, 2021 through November 21st, 2025. Basically, they're going to give you up to $1 per unit purchased with a max of $150 per household.
Yeah.
So go get some stuff. If you don't have proof of purchase, you really only get $10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a whole Amazon now can organize not just by year of your purchase. If you just type in what it is, it gives you every time you purchased that item. Awesome. So there it was, screen capped everything and filled out the form for the lawsuit and sent it in. So you have that. Go take care of that if you haven't already. We have a bunch of stuff we can do here. Okay. Do you want to go to, you want to talk about this douchebag influencer, Dean the Great? We could do the Olympic stuff that we have, a bunch of clips for there. I have a couple of disaster videos.
I was going to say, let's. My thought was, let's do Dean, and then have some of the disaster, and then let's talk food, and then let's save the Olympic stuff to next week after the closing ceremonies, and that way we can compile everything together.
All right.
I mean, it's up to you. If you want
to there's my friend Funkin' Deep that she does Sea of Thieves. She does Phasmo. She's an Arc Raiders player.
She heard Arc Raiders being talked about.
And then she showed up like, my ears are burning. Class action lawsuit. If you ever bought Zoa energy drinks, they came to a settlement that you can qualify to get money for if you show your proof of purchase. Will be interesting too, because then another lawsuit that could potentially be coming is with Discord.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we can talk about that real quick. So they announced that Discord is going to be implementing age verification, and it's not just providing a copy of your license or whatever to prove your age and you know that you are who you are running your account. There's going to be that digital scan for your face or a retinal scan or something.
It's like a live. It's like a live photo. They do it for like if you have a digital license on your like your phone or like your passport. It's basically you take your picture and it looks like a still photo, but it also can move to the side, so it gives you like a full outlook of what your face looks like. So it's a live photo. Very annoying.
Well, the problem with this is, remember, Discord's whole thing for the longest time is like, we don't save your information. We don't save that there. So, you know, it's just to verify you and then it's deleted, whatever. And then like, it was the end of last year or the middle of last year, that article, those articles came out that like 7,000 people, their information got hacked from Discord with their IDs and everything else. And they were saying, we don't save your stuff. And like, well, how did all these people's information get hacked and exposed online if you don't save the information? And then they're like, oh, we don't know what that was from, but that was from something else or whatever they were, you know, shucking and jiving around so they didn't have to admit guilt to all of that stuff. But now they want you to scan everything. And they're like, oh, no, it's just for like adult rooms or adult kind of things, you know, where you're playing Call of Duty, or if they're Discords for OnlyFans people, cosplay people, that kind of shit. And then you read to the contrary. It's like, no. It's going to be everything. They want kids' information now too. They want all of this shit. I saw a news piece online where they're saying people are already canceling Discord and going to another service. I forgot what it was called, but is that really happening? It's just like when they said people are ditching TikTok and they're flocking to this other app there. They didn't really, like, some went, but it wasn't enough to make a real dent in anything.
Or like when Elon bought Twitter, we're going to go to Blue Sky. No one went to Blue Sky. Like
some people that's the thing, is getting slammed by people heading over there to do all that stuff. Do you think Discord falls apart now once this is implemented, or is this just going to be like everyone screaming my privacy, but then they'll be like, well, it's more convenient to use Discord, or we're just going to have to, and they bite the bullet and deal with it?
History dictates that convenience will win out. Mm-hmm. Convenience will always win out. Like, like I said, with Twitter, oh no, we're going to leave Twitter. But then like people have that FOMO and they go back to Twitter. People, for the most part, stay on Facebook. They everything's integrated with everything. They're not going to go, and everyone's data is going away. None of your data is safe. Your banks will leak it. Your credit cards are going to leak it.
I had it with Target. Remember, my Target card got years ago. My Target card got exposed, right, and they had to change it. Like, I didn't know. Like, the news broke it that all, like, millions of people that had the Target Red card, their information potentially could be exposed because they got hacked or whatever.
It was a data breach.
And I got notices from Target then saying that my card was closed. They opened up a new one. They're sending me, that kind of shit. And then what happened the following holiday season? It happened again with Target. Everything is well. I've had things where my bank, all of a sudden the Bank of America says, "Hey, we closed up your ATM card, your bank card, because of potential breach of this or whatever. We're sending you a new one." And like, motherfucker, I got to go through everything that I auto pay and try to remember what my card was associated with, so that my subscriptions and payments and everything else don't run out because of this shit happening. My Macy's card had it happen. I had a family member that had their Amazon account taken from them. We still don't know, and Amazon still couldn't admit how that happened. That they got through the two-step verification and all this other shit. Went in there, changed the two-step verification so that we couldn't get back into that account. It took like a week of proving, with an ID and all this other shit. The bank had already shut her stuff down, but going through the whole thing there to get Amazon off their ass to take the account back, flush everything, let us reset everything back up, and finally got it, and we did. But yeah, it happens everywhere. So everyone's like, I don't want my information out there. Well, if you're in any major city, you're already scanned. There's cameras everywhere watching you. Everything. You're on camera everywhere, almost everywhere. Your shit online is being tracked. Your phone hears you. It's like,
I mean, us ourselves have collected all your information every time you guys subscribe. Speaking of subscribe.
Right. It makes no fucking sense.
No, I know.
Funkin in the chat saying they're 100% data mining and selling our data and disguising it as child safety when they don't really give a shit about child safety. I mean, on paper they have to. That's not their motive,
not their ultimate
for this stuff, but for legalese, it's like they have to look like they presented the ability to take those steps necessary to have that happen, so that it prevents lawsuits both civilly and federally against them. She's saying I left TikTok. I'm still on there. I use it here and there for basic stuff, but I'm not using it because every time you open up the TikTok, it's putting me into a shop
trying to sell you something,
or it's putting me into people's live feeds. I'm like, who are these people? I don't give a fuck about this stuff. It's just all nonsense. I can't remember if Telegram does age verification. I've never used Telegram. I know of it, but it's like WhatsApp. I think the only time I really used WhatsApp was when I'm out of the country. I was
gonna say I only used WhatsApp as when my daughter was like in Germany or Japan.
Yeah,
but a free way of making.
I know Facebook owns it, but other than that, I haven't used the fucking thing.
Right.
So it's there. I don't know what I would use Telegram for. Is it just,
I don't even know what Telegram is.
Yeah, it's just another one of these peer-to-peer kind of things, I guess.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Bartholomew is saying, yeah, none of this stuff is about children. It's just framed that way to shut down criticism because you don't want to protect the kids. Yeah. And Sony is notorious for this as well.
Mm-hmm. There's a big one.
Fang saying Discord will still be used for convenience. People built servers for years. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've built it into consoles now. Like you can do Discord through your PlayStation and your Xbox. It's just because it's convenient and because it's accessible, people are going to still use it.
Yeah.
There'll be a drop off, but at this point, no one's. I mean, as much as I was like, no, you can't have I'm going to stay on Discord because it's easy. That's how we all communicate, or through text, or through Messenger, or through Instagram.
I mean, what kind of psycho? You ever go to an in-game chat?
No, I don't do that.
Any of the things? There's people playing music. Somebody doesn't know how to toggle the on and off thing for their in-game speaking,
right.
And you hear like a fan or a space heater the entire time, or it's just violent, rhetoric. Or my favorite is when you get the Middle Eastern people in there. Shouting,
helicopter.
Yeah, all that, not even the fun stuff, but it's just constant, like, I'll fucking kill you, man. It's like, all right, whatever, Habib, shut up. No one gives a fuck about your fake online, tough guy nonsense. Going into a game chat is pointless. And some of the games is like, well, it can hear you in game and all that stuff. Yeah, so does Discord. I can patch out of the game and now the game can't hear me. I'm doing it all on Discord. It's the only way you get to stream and play with people. You can't imagine trying to stream and play with a group of people in game chat.
No.
Horrific. Fang saying TikTok is starting to be more ad based. Every couple of swipes, there's a new item someone is selling. Yeah, I get notices all the time that I have the ability to go live. And it's going to expire and such. If I don't take advantage now, I won't be able to go live in the future or something. I never do it. I'm never going live. And then all of a sudden,
I might buy that cardboard cutter that this guy's trying to sell. I mean, I could use that to cut down all my stuff.
Yeah. And then it was good news. New bonus tiers are in there, and you have the availability to go live again. It's like, oh, that was convenient. You tried to scare me into signing up. And then I get the other thing too, and I think YouTube is doing this now. Hey, you can set up a shop. Why haven't you set up a shop? Your fan base would love to buy products and things that you're talking about. I don't really think they are. Like if how we talk about the energy drinks, if I set up something and I go, here's the link, that's fine. It makes sense. It's like, hey, or the things like the video games we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's the link to the game if you want to go buy it. It's right there on the Steam thing. That's fine. That makes sense. But I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, let me tell you about this new product as part of the show. And the link's in the description there. You click on that and we're not reviewing shit. We're not that kind of a review show. We're not reviewing electronics or microphones or that kind of stuff where, hey, you get a code to, whatever electrical outlet place or Sweetwater or something along those lines where you can get 10% and I get a kickback because you do the link and all that stuff. I don't need to set up a fucking store all the time. Well, that's how everybody else does it. Yeah. And are you really watching those people? Unless they're a specific expert or somebody you think you can trust. And they're talking about, video cards. It's like, we bought these 6 video cards and we're going to break down the pros and cons of all that stuff. And they have the links in there. That's something I would click a link to buy because they're showing you everything. You're getting the information. Or if there's a product or something, that they're breaking down and showing you why or why not to use this kind of thing, that I would do. But if it's just me, like, here, I'm here to tell you about, Gucci handbags. What? No, I'm not putting up that store. As much as Jordan wants that discount code, I'm putting my foot down. I'm not letting that happen.
I'm texting you about it right now.
It's not happening.
Damn it.
Funkin saying, yikes, trading privacy rights for convenience is exactly what they want us to be. And most of the people do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, it's just convenient. I don't care. A lot of people, when the whole thing was going around with TikTok the first time, right? It's like, oh, they're threatening to sell in China and whatever. We got to stand up to this. Then they closed TikTok for like half a day.
Yeah, it was like maybe
everybody flocked. Hours. Where did you go? You ran to the other Chinese app.
The Chinese one to show the government that we mean business.
Yeah. And then you all said, well, I don't want the government to give me my information, but you just gave it all to this foreign country that doesn't have the parameters and essentially the laws to be governing the way they handle this information. It's like, no, I signed on to, no, Iran just put out this new thing that's going to be the new Instagram. And we're going over there because I'm tired of, it's like, fuck Meta. And they support Trump and this kind of thing. And we're going over there. It's like, all right, you're throwing too many things against the wall. You can be upset about this, but going from this to this doesn't negate this thing that you're upset and doesn't work around like that. Like there's too many things that they're throwing together to justify why doing something else is right. Right. And you go, no. Dissect all of this. That's a bad decision to go over there. Now, I know you think you're getting it over this side or this person or whatever, this company, but that's not the way to do it either. That could actually be worse.
Yeah. Gittles is actually making the point that I'm making is it doesn't matter anymore at this point. They have all our shit. Yeah. My stuff has been leaked so many times. What am I hiding from anybody? Yeah. Fucking get my shit. Improve my credit at this point. Like, I don't care.
Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Let's go and do all this thing. And people get in such a frenzy over whatever the trend is. It's like, oh, I'm doing this, and here's how to turn this off on your iPhone so that they can't spy on you. That just makes it look like you think you did something. It's not really happening.
I'm not that important. I'm not that interested. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'd love to see me be brought up in court. It's like, you said this. Did I really? That's pretty funny. This is a serious matter. Yeah, okay, but that's still hilarious. I don't know why I said that, but it was kind of funny. Well, this could be used against you. Go ahead. What are you going to do to me? Nothing. There's really nothing you got me on for hearing me shit talk this or talk about how terrible this company is or I didn't like this part. Go ahead. What's it going to do?
I would love them to search our histories together in Instagram because it's just you, me, and Rob sharing epic food videos. That's all we do. Like, look at this burrito. It's great. I'll eat that. How are we going to change it? That's
epic food videos. And then, dealing with the fact of, which is more difficult, involving food culture, dealing with the Jews and Italians on the East Coast or the Mexicans and Chinese on the West Coast, based on whatever food, dish, restaurant we're talking about. Well, why are they making it this way? Well, they wouldn't make it over here. Well, Mexicans don't make that. That's why it looks that way. But this, the way that some of these delis here in the East Coast are doing in that thing, you wouldn't find proper Mexicans coming over and eating that kind of, it's that kind of fight. That's you said some racially disparaging things. Yes, I did. Mexicans can't make a bacon, egg, and cheese worth a lick. That's what I'm saying. That's how terrible it is.
Whoa.
Oh, no. You got me.
Jack on there? Come on now.
You got me. But I'm not going to a kosher deli and asking them, to make me a fucking Mexican pizza or those kind of things. Like, there's reasons why they make certain things. Let me see, a Cantonese restaurant in San Francisco make a corned beef and pastrami on rye. Let me see how that comes out. It's going to be terrible. You know that Italian place over there? Terrible sizzling rice soup. You shouldn't be mixing
So
when
it comes to food, Eric is separate but equal.
Yes.
Definitely doesn't mix.
When it comes to food, there's it's like, oh, that's stereotype. Because they're good at it. They're good at it. Those people know how to make this. Those people let them make that because you know what? It's delicious. And support those restaurants. That's what I'm saying.
I'm hungry.
And I get really envious too that Rob can walk around LA with all those under the bridge food trucks everywhere or tents and stuff like that. I go, that looks better than most of the places around here. I wish I could walk around and do all of that.
I keep watching those videos of those guys that let you bring their chips up to you, and then just fill it with the
guys out of Arlington, Virginia. Yeah,
that's all I do is watch.
One guy had a brisket in his backpack.
I remember that he traveled.
It was like triple wrapped. He smoked a brisket to bring in there to chop up. Oh my god! Now I'm getting hungry. All that stuff. I want that. I want Look, when we were in San Diego, that place we went to,
that place was good
for the Mexican food, where you're on a cafeteria line and they're telling you how to order. It was like soup Nazi style of going in there. You order this way, you get this, you get this. Some of the best Mexican food. I'm like, because we're in San Diego. They should have some of the best Mexican food, and I was so glad that they did. That's why I went there. Oh, well, that's a bit stereotypical. Yes, I'm going to San Diego. I'm getting Mexican food because it's better than any of the shit I'm going to get out here. I'm not going to San Diego to sit there and dine at a 5-star Italian restaurant because it's not going to be as good as it is around here or in New York City. You go to these places for the regional shit.
It was so good.
Stop that nonsense.
It was good to the point where I live in Arizona and I can readily get the same food and I still enjoyed what we ate in San Diego. That's how good it was. It was delicious.
So yeah, if you want to hear our information and bring us up on charges, yes, I am very opinionated about what did you say? Separate but equal as far as food culture goes. Stop mixing the food races and let them stand alone because they know what they do. It's passed through generations. They've got it down to not even a science. It's just built into their genetics. Go and support and love with them. Stop trying to be things you're not.
I'm writing down Food Race War as a show title.
Food Race War. Yeah. Fucking saying that's funny because everything they claim China was doing is exactly what the U.S. is doing now ever since the U.S.-backed investor acquired TikTok. They're all doing the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're all doing the same shit. It's just what level of outrage are you going to be at? And when you got to pick and choose what you're doing. And what it's like, I don't want to do this, but I don't mind doing that. Like Giddle said, they all have your information. It's all somewhere. Correct. I just don't get so upset about it because what else are you going to do? Are you not going to go and buy off of Amazon anymore? Okay, I get it. You want to support local retailers and what have you? What are your local retailers? Oh, Walmart, Best Buy, Barnes & Noble. The Bed Bath & Beyond. It's all the box stores. So it's not really your local retail. Ethan Allen, go and try to get good furniture for your house from a local guy. Unless you have a guy that is like what's his name from Parks and Rec who has a wood.
Ron Swanson.
Yeah, what was his real name? But you know who I'm talking about. He has a woodworking factory. Like he makes all his own shit in there. Unless if you're in Amish country, Dutch areas where they're making furniture, yes, go support all of that stuff. But otherwise, it is what it is. You're paying for convenience. You're paying for all of this other shit. It's what you got to do. It's to what degree are you going to be outraged today? And when all these people that are constantly getting upset over things, not that some things are legitimate. Yeah, but I don't know how they function because they exhaust themselves. They all of a sudden they bring on their own poor health conditions. They amplify anxiety and mental fucking delusional stuff. Where it's like, I get when you started and it was about this. I fully understand where you're at now. You went so far. You're driving yourself crazy. Take a step back. What can you do? Like that's my thing. What can I do about it? If there's nothing I can do about it, oh, well, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll figure out a way to learn. Can I sign a petition thing or can I donate to this? Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'm not going out into the streets. I'm not going out and doing all of this other stuff. That's just me. Doesn't mean it's wrong for them. But when they go crazy for this, they go crazy for that and all this other shit. What level are you going to get upset about your involvement, your security, your privacy, all of that stuff? There's only so much you can actually do. You can fight for change. You can fight for all that stuff. Great. But what else? I'm not giving up Amazon. It's too convenient. And you even said yourself the other day, you started to realize, like, I can't believe I do almost all my shopping on Amazon.
Everything.
If I have to wait a few days, you get upset.
Because we were talking, because I was talking about it where it's like, I already pay for Amazon. They give me free shipping. If I can get it to me within a day, I'm happy. If I have to spend $8 for shipping and I still have to wait a week, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time or the effort. Yeah. So you better sell it on Amazon or I ain't buying from you. God forbid I have to go into a store.
Funkin saying, I can't relate. I haven't stepped foot in a Walmart since 2018, and I live in Seattle where we support local everything. There's only so much we can support, like, at least in the New York City area. There's a lot of local places.
If I had local, I would.
Yeah.
We don't.
I do support local places, but then there's things where I'm like, well, I need to be a bit more cost effective on some stuff. I have to go to Home Depot to get this, or I have to go to Lowe's. I have to go to Target or Walmart to get these things because there's local stores that don't have this shit. It's what you're willing to concede to and what you're willing to make concessions to. You got to pick and choose your battles, your outrage, all of that stuff. At this point, I saw some, where's Woody says, hey, they spy on us for advertising, sell us stuff. Yeah, that's what the phones are for. That's what your online presence is for. They look for everything. you're watching YouTube videos and sometimes those ads pop up and it's like, oh, that's weird. I was just,
Just talking about that.
Yeah, I was just talking about that the other day, or I actually bought something like that. I'm seeing a lot of Ford ads. Oh, and I just bought a car a couple weeks ago. And, I know that, but it's like, am I getting outraged over that at this point? No, because what can you do about it? All you have to do is just go, I'm not buying that stuff, or I'm not going to that place. That's it. You don't have to lose your fucking mind over this unless you want to. I can't stop anybody or tell them how to live as much as I try to.
We keep trying.
They don't listen.
Not
Shakes
one.
fists vigorously.
I know. I'm more concerned about this place.
Chipperson in the chat saying there's a place out in Texas which combines German and Japanese cuisine cooked on a charcoal. Oh my God, that sounds fantastic.
Right? Like I have a place out here in Arizona. It's called Chino Bandito. And it's Asian and Mexican fusion.
Right.
It's fantastic. So let's stop fighting on the internet and let's just combine more food choices. Like, let's make good stuff. Like, I just want to go to talk about food and like this. And I'm going to take this idea, a backpack smoker. Could you imagine walking around and you're just smelling brisket all the time?
It's that fucking Hindu thing that, that has the pipes when you go to hookah bars.
It's a hookah bar.
It's just a hookah bar in a backpack that you're walking around with the thing in your mouth, almost like how you have that backpack with water when you go to festivals or hiking in the canyon. It's just a backpack hookah bar. That's what he's talking about. If you had a backpack that's smoking a piece of meat as you walk through the desert,
yeah, that's
brilliant, but that's not going to be much of a survival technique for you going forward. All right, we went off on a little bit of a tangent there. Let's bring it back to something more fun, shall we? Did you see, let's talk about food since we were already there. Did you see the thing about Five Guys celebrating their 40th anniversary?
I knew that it was happening, and then I kept seeing what you're about to show on the internet. I'm like, oh my God.
So Five Guys had this promotion that was going on to celebrate their 40th anniversary. And they thought it was like, well, we're going to give back because look, Five Guys is fantastic, but over the years, it's always been more expensive than other casual dining places. Mm-hmm. But even more so now, like to buy their normal cheeseburger is like two levels, like double cheeseburger as a cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. Their French fries, which you got to get them Cajun and then dump a bunch of malt vinegar on it. Mm-hmm. And then people get milkshakes or you get an iced tea or a soda or something like that. A single meal is over $20. Yeah. It's not cheap at all. So they decided it's like, well, we're going to give back to everybody that has supported us for the longest time here. We're going to do a buy one, get one free deal so that if it's like one offer per customer. Mm-hmm. So if you buy a cheeseburger, you can get a cheeseburger for free where, you're paying already $15. I'm guessing $15 for the cheeseburger at a Five Guys.
Yeah, give or take.
And it makes sense. Like, oh, that's a great deal. Why not go and do that? Well, they didn't think the whole thing through because what seemed like a simple and easy promotion to carry out caused mass hysteria.
We're all poor. Anytime you can give me an extra one for free, I'm going to take care of it.
So Five Guys caused a nationwide shortage at all of their locations because people were coming in and buying up all they could. So there were shortages. There were massive lines through a lot of the franchises around the country of people waiting online almost like an hour to try to get into the place. And it's not like waiting on the line where it used to be because you used to have free peanuts and then everyone fucking complained because kids keep dying of peanuts issues. That's the thing. It's like, all right, we got to worry about the kids. It was a great place. They had sacks of peanuts. You could scoop them up, you eat them, throw the shells on the floor, like a decent civilization.
I was gonna say Texas Roadhouse used to do the same thing.
Yeah, like old frontier style dining, So they got rid of all of that stuff. So you're waiting on the lines forever, and then it was causing a meltdown with their online ordering through the website and through the app. That they couldn't, it was causing errors. They couldn't process orders. It was a whole disaster. Mm-hmm. that so many people got outraged. They had to issue this statement. It says, thank you for showing up in such a big way. We vastly underestimated your response to our 40th birthday offer. As a result, we let our customers and our crews down. We are truly sorry that we didn't meet your or our expectations. We're replenishing fresh product to our locations now. We will host another celebration to make it right. Look for details soon. Now, okay, they're like, look, we fucked up. We didn't expect the love and the patronage from the community to be so vast.
Right.
My concern is, what if they just do the same thing again without
fuck it up?
Yes, and they don't change it. It's like, we'll do another event soon. They do another buy one get one thing, and it's just the same results.
Well, it's funny. People were online going, I'm not a smart man, but this could be a daily thing if you just lower the prices. This one goes, how about you just lower your prices so a burger and fries and soda doesn't cost almost $30?
Yep.
And then, like people bringing kids, like, it's just, if you just lowered your prices a little bit.
There were people that were posting menus from like 2014 and they go, look at these prices right here. And a cheeseburger was like $5.95.
Oh, I mean, come on. McDonald's itself used to have 29-cent cheeseburgers on Tuesdays. Now
McDonald's
it's like,
used to do
$4.
Buy one, get one free with their app stuff.
Yeah.
And it's been buy one, get one 30% off.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of deal is that?
30%. They think we're dumb.
No. Oh, it's not like buy one, get one half off, which is the bare minimum to entice anybody to come to your place. Well, I can get the same item for 50% off. I mean, that's no different than like the supermarkets or other retail stores. They have those deals time to time. Buy one, get one 30% off.
No, it's not worth it.
You're dropping the price point not even that much so that it's, fuck you. Fuck you. And we're going to get to McDonald's in a second because they're doing something now that is also equally terrible. Yeah, they could try lowering the price, but they won't because, the cost of beef and the cost of these things here. Good. Keep justifying that and raising all the prices to the point when you start to wonder, like McDonald's is dealing with right now. I don't understand. We're doing all this stuff. Why are our sales constantly down? Why are people coming back to buy all of this stuff?
Because your cheeseburgers went up 138%.
It's not convenient. McDonald's, say what you want about the food quality. McDonald's was always cost effective. It's like, holy shit, it's pretty cheap. I'll get a sack of cheeseburgers and, we'll bring them back. And then you're hanging out with people, you all have cheeseburgers or something. Or even like if you go for dinner, the meals were under $10 for a value meal.
Mm-hmm. I always joke about this, but this was true. You could, in the 90s, like when we were growing up, you could go into a Taco Bell and with $10 order the entire left side of the menu. Not like items from it, like the entire left side of the menu. Like it was just ridiculous how cheap it was to eat.
Yeah, right here. McDonald's 2 cheeseburger meal was $2.99. It was the cheapest meal out of all of them. Like, I don't want to do a Big Mac and do it. $3 for the cheeseburger meal. I'll just do that.
Mm-hmm.
To get a what is it that they're doing? They have not a Whopper. What is it? Quarter pounder. Mm-hmm. They have a quarter pounder. It's called the Deluxe. And the Deluxe is like the fresh meat one. It's not the frozen meat. It's the fresh meat one. But the Deluxe just has cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and mayo added to it, right? To get a meal in a single quarter pounder Deluxe, not the double or triple, with a medium fries and a medium drink is $13. For that abomination is $13. And the Big Mac meal, I think, is $1 cheaper than that.
Here in Arizona, for the 2 cheeseburger meal, it's $10. $10. That used to be $2.99. That's a huge markup.
It's ridiculous. It's just garbage. What is Gittle saying here? The McDonald's by me now says buy one, add one for money. Yeah, buy one, add one for twice the price.
No, it's not no money down. It's no money
down. Chris in chat saying prices will never go down. Why? People are paying the prices, so why should they try to lower it? Exactly. And that's why when I constantly was seeing I've been following and not because I like McDonald's, I really can't stand it, but I've been following the demise of McDonald's for a while when they started doing the celebrity
collaboration meals.
Thank you. That was the celebrity collaboration meals. I think Travis Scott was the first one. And they're like, oh, this is going to be the big thing. Bringing it back there. And it wasn't. It's like, what is it? Oh, it's a quarter pounder with barbecue sauce. Did they put it on there? No, they give you the little cup from the chicken nuggets that you can put on there. And then he likes to have that with the French fries and a Sprite. That was the meal.
It's like, great. So that's just how people order. Okay.
Yeah, there was nothing to it. At least a couple of the other ones. They had some, was it BTS? Or they had some Korean boy band.
It was BTS, yeah.
That at least you got the chicken nuggets, but there were sauces that were only available in Korea that they were making available. At least you could see that by having that kind of a meal.
Meal, which is a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah. You had these sauces and stuff that would go with it. And like, all right, that's enough of an incentive for me to try that because you don't normally get that at a McDonald's. So that's why you do it. Then they got lazy again when they did the Cardi B meal and somebody else, that J Balvin, the Spanish.
It was just
singer.
an Oreo. It was just an Oreo shake with like.
They were nothing. It's like, oh, but we put a celebrity name next to it. You should buy it. That's the equivalent of what this celebrity. We just paid $100 million for them to do a podcast. Why aren't you listening to it? Because it sucks, but it's got a celebrity on it. I don't give a fuck about the celebrity. That's why it doesn't work. We can bring this up now. They just launched, and it's only in Canada, a collaboration meal with Drake.
Oh no.
Who right now, not really the best as far as PR relations go after the Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl show last year. Still riding off a lot of heat around him about being involved with underage girls, or at least approaching them or soliciting them, whatever it was. They secretly were setting up something, and it looks like it's to promote a new album that he's got coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a record label called OVO, which stands for October's Very Own. It's a music label he founded in 2008. Mm-hmm. There were these kind of like bills that were posted on sides of McDonald's in Canada. Almost looks like, when you walk past a construction site and people paste the bills on there for a theater or a comedy show or something like that. It was that kind of thing. Trying to make it look like a new nightclub was coming to McDonald's.
No.
That this is the after hours place to be after the after hours
meal.
place.
You would hate every bit of this.
The what?
I just read what the meal is, and it's on topic of how the night's been going, and you would hate it.
Do me a kindness. Don't jump ahead. Let's
just
keep it here.
I'm not saying anything.
So they announced this meal collaboration. It's only in Canada with Drake. Let me show you the menu here. So it's the Drake OVO meal, where you can either get a McDouble or, as they call it, Junior Chicken Sandwich.
Like, why are you putting anything junior related with Drake?
That was my point when I posted it on McDonald's account. I go, any collaboration with Drake should not have the words junior associated with it, right?
Or kids meal or anything.
So essentially, it's the McChicken sandwich in the United States. They call it Junior Chicken Sandwich in Canada.
So much mayo on there.
So yeah, and so what? That's not.
No. It's just it's a lot.
Who cares? That's fantastic. So you get the McDouble or the Junior Chicken. You don't get fries. You get poutine.
I'm down with that.
Which I'm not complaining about.
No,
McDonald's fries poutine might be interesting. And then the drink that comes with it is called Night Sprite, which is just Sprite with blue. It's just Sprite with blue food coloring to make it look like a specialty drink at the club.
No, it's not even blue coloring. You know what it is? It's blue raspberry.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see anything in the press.
I'm reading it right now. A blue raspberry flavored Sprite.
All right. Well, that's even more reason to throw
That's why I was like, oh, you're
against the wall. So Drake's partnership with McDonald's arrives as he continues to tease the imminent release of his upcoming album, Iceman. Drake joins the ranks of Travis Scott, Cardi B, Saweetie, and J Balvin, who have also dropped their own meals.
Right.
So this is the big thing that's going on in Canada. And I see people online, why don't we get this in the United States? I don't give a fuck about the blue Sprite and all this stuff. I would stand in line and go, why aren't we getting the poutine in the United States? I would like to see that. be an
I
option.
don't know if McDonald's fries can handle the gravy and the cheese curds though. Like I think they're a type of fry that stand on their own. You don't need stuff on there.
You don't know unless you try, Jordan.
That's a good point.
We got to try and see how this goes. So yeah, this is the new Drake meal, which is only in Canada and it's only for a limited time. They said there's no idea if they're going to release it in the United States or not. Fucking keep this. Nobody cares about any of this stuff. Nobody cares about this stuff.
Right.
Chris saying all those mentioned music would make me sick, so that meal would just get puked out anyway. Yeah. It's terrible. And McDonald's is trying everything. There's a thing. I thought I had it. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. McDonald's has a whole list. Oh, yeah, I do have it right here. A whole list of changes that they're making for the year 2026, including secret menus in hope that nostalgia lures customers back to McDonald's. You know, we told you what's going to, if you want to be nostalgic, you want to lure people back down there, $2.99 double cheeseburger meal, the $5 Big Mac meal. Remember they used to do Big Macs for, what was it, 99 cents or something on tax day?
Mm-hmm.
What's the last day for the taxes? You know, April 15th, right? Yeah, you could go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac for 99 cents. It used to be a quarter, but now it's 99 cents. They haven't done it in forever. But yeah, you want nostalgic? Bring that back. You want more nostalgia? Bring back the McArch. The Arch Deluxe, yeah. That's what it is. The McArch is a new sandwich coming out, which is terrible. But the McArch, sorry, from 1996.
It was the Arch Deluxe.
Thank you. That's the one. It had a different type of roll. Mm-hmm. It had bacon on there.
It had that split bun at the top.
Yeah, and it didn't have just like bacon strips. It had like sliced bacon in a circle that was on there. It had a mustard mayo kind of sauce on there because this was supposed to be like the adult hamburger at McDonald's, and people complained about it, or at least so I was reading online. It's like people were complaining about so. One of the things I hate about the Northeast is that they won't mix ketchup and mustard together.
Why?
I don't know. It's gone back. It predates even me, but it's always been a thing that in the Northeast, they will not put mustard and ketchup together. You go to any of the fast food places, and if you're ordering off the app and you go put mustard on there and you come back and they go, like it says it on the ticket and you walk, there's no mustard on here. We don't have mustard. What? Why? We have packets. You can put the packets on there. Why is it an option on your app then?
Right.
They don't do it. It's some weird fucking psychosis in this area of the country that mixing ketchup and mustard together is like sacrilegious.
That's so weird.
They won't do it. You don't know how happy I was like as a kid when we went down to Florida, or at least from when I remember, if you stopped at a McDonald's or Wendy's or something and there was mustard on the hamburger, I go, what is this? Mm-hmm. This is always on here. No, it's not. Up here, they don't do that. I never understood it. They still don't do it. It drives me nuts. But yeah, the Arch Deluxe was fantastic. Bring that back if you want nostalgia. Not the rest of this shit. McDonald's
and Mac tonight. Bring him back too. I need a good mascot.
Why not? Bring him back and have him be an asshole. Yeah, you already got rid of Ronald McDonald because you don't. He's not allowed to be in children's ads and shit anymore. They got rid of him almost 20 years ago.
I know, that's so weird.
Bring back Mac tonight. People would love that. Like, what is this guy with the moon on there? Yeah, he wasn't big in the early 90s, but he'd be huge now.
Yeah.
If it's Mac tonight and Spuds McKenzie back together again.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Or the fucking hand gerbils from Quiznos. Bring any of those things back.
We got a pepper bar.
Yeah. Have them all together advertising everything. Do all of that stuff. McDonald's is betting on bigger burgers, viral menu hacks, and nostalgia to drive traffic back into stores for 2026. Fast food giant is rolling out high-profile menu changes this year, including the biggest burger ever, an official secret menu, and a Pokemon partnership.
Again.
Though not all the updates are expected to come to the United States.
Why would we?
Well, you lost everybody. You lost everybody. If you want to have all those third world countries come in there to get a free Pokemon card, then best of luck to you. But nobody's going to give a shit in the United States, and they already don't. And it's not even for a health value kind of thing or health reasons. It's just, it's overpriced shit. It was supposed to be shit for cheaper prices, but it's not. So no one's going there anymore. That's why the clientele's down. And they used to always, depending on their ads, you could see based on their advertising which direction they were going. They would sponsor a lot of jazz festivals, a lot of gospel competitions and things like that. So you could see what the demographics they were shooting for. Those demographics are not responding to that anymore. They're not going to their places. They're not going to Burger King or even Wendy's. Wendy's has announced they're shutting down 300 stores this year because they're even doing bad.
Which is crazy because there's a couple of them being built near me. I'm like, you're building new ones and shutting them down?
And all the other places that you're like, that this might be more affordable to families, they're not going there either because the prices went up.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Five Guys. The prices went up. Popeye's Chicken. I stopped in there not too long ago. They brought back the fried pickles.
Oh, those are so good.
And a couple other things in there. Popeye's is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
There's no KFC around me, so I don't know what they've been doing.
KFC is pretty expensive now.
But there's a White Castle not too far. They're still reasonable. White Castle's fine. But all these other and Chick-fil-A is still fine. But everywhere else,
yeah.
The what?
I say relatively, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they started off a bit higher,
but they got expensive, yeah.
But they didn't move from that. Like they've held their position on those kind of things. All the other shit that was like, it's just cheap and easy. Like you said, Taco Bell. Who didn't like late night Taco Bell in a pinch? And even that is not.
You could get 50-cent burritos, bacon and cheese burritos with the red sauce, onions, and cheese, and it was 50 cents. You buy like a bag full of them for under $10. Now that's the only thing my kids will eat, and those things are about $2.50, almost $2.75 each for the bean and cheese burritos, and they're smaller.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, fucking rip off.
Yeah. Oressa saying McDonald's, it's a ripoff. John Doe saying catsup and mustard together. It's a racial issue.
Ketchup.
I think I have that somewhere.
You
might have that. If we do, we're going to play it. Yes, we do.
Ketchup. 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 Are you here to solve my ketchup problem?
Yes.
Ketchup problem.
And now we're sitting there. It's like, they're complaining about fast food. We're essentially this now.
And they're drinking Royal Crown Cola.
Yes. We have our noses up in the air because we know where we came from and we know where it is, and we're not happy. We're not going to do all that stuff anymore. Subdivisions. All this chat is making me want to go to White Castle. You're contributing to my incoming diabetic coma. We'll overlook that grievance if you drop off a Crave case. Everything will be forgiven. Jared saying Wendy's prices are out of control. Fang saying I never went to Five Guys because that place is way too overpriced. It always was, but it wasn't a fast food place. It was a casual dining, so it was like a tier above the fast food places. So you didn't mind. Like again, you had the peanuts you could eat online, crack the shells, throw them on the floor. They were very generous with the fries. If you ordered, you didn't have to order a large fry. You just order a small fry or a medium fry, put it in there, and then they would take another scoop and dump it on top of that. To walk out where you have a single bag of Cajun fries,
greasy bag just dripping.
I mean, you're living a good life. Enjoy it. But I get what you're saying. Old Restless, got to order a Taco Bell Lux box online only?
Not necessarily. I actually just got one the other day with my kids, and you can get one, but it's not like they have. All of them are doing it. McDonald's does it. Taco Bell does it. Burger King does it. They always have these like online only specials or online only meals
because they want you on the app. They want you on the app constantly so they can.
And they won't let you order in store. Oh God, it's the most annoying thing.
Fucking saying, may I suggest not eating corporate fast food, everything, just a thought. We don't. We want to, we just don't because of, one health reasons, but two, also it's not cost effective anymore. Look, I would have a problem, and I've said this forever, that the West Coast has the best fast food outlets out there.
Yes, we do.
I would have a problem if I was living in like California, constantly juggling going from Jack in the Box and In-N-Out and Fat Burger and Carl's Jr. Del Taco is not something that's out here.
I love Del Taco,
but I enjoyed it when I was out west. You guys have the better fast food establishments. I'd be going all over the place doing all of that stuff, but
they're building an In-N-Out like maybe 7 minutes from me, and that's just going to be a problem. I'm going to be there all the time.
You should, and you should be sending me photos of all the stuff that. Look, how many times do I tell you to go there and get me a sourdough jack?
I do it all the time.
Right.
And I send you pictures.
Fang saying In-N-Out is definitely worth it still. Yeah, it is.
Did
you know that you could order it off the secret menu? Get it animal stuff. I don't know how you put that up with every dumb person from the Midwest and the East Coast that comes out. Like they're the fucking experts and all this stuff. Do you know they have a secret menu? Shut up.
Yes, they do. You know what I do? My go-to at In-N-Out is you order it, not animal style, because that's just too much, but get your burgers mustard fried. So they'll take the patty, they'll throw it on the thing, put mustard on it, and then you flip it and you mustard fry it. And then you have them grill the onions and peppers, put it on the burger. Oh, it's so good.
Whataburger.
Whataburger's good.
Whataburger's
got a little expensive, but it's still pretty good.
I loved Whataburger. Raising Cane's could never stop going fuck itself. I hate Raising Cane's. It's just garbage. I don't care what the price point is. The food's terrible. But everything else is good. I heard Zaxby's is good. We don't have one up here.
We just got one here. That's all like southeast in that area, but it's not bad. I think it's a step above the Raising Cane's that you ate. So, but it's good.
All right.
They got like wet wings, so like spicy wings and barbecue sauce and all that stuff. So.
I'll try all of that stuff.
It's so good.
Jared saying, I have all of those within 5 miles.
Nice.
You are what we call blessed, my friend.
You are.
Be happy to live where you live. Chris is saying, just live in a world of the $1.50 Costco hot dog and be happy.
Oh, yeah.
We are, but sometimes you need variety.
I tried to get my hands on,
they call it.
I tried to get my hands on the Kirkland Nike collab shoes just for fun because they were like gray, like old dad shoes, but they were like the dunks, like the panda dunks that you have.
They're all sold out probably.
Oh, they were gone within seconds. And they were all
People
like California only. So I was like trying to go online to try to find them.
Anything with sneakers, people are just, I mean, it's like how people used to be with Funko back in the day, but long preceding Funko. Sneaker collab, these things look hideous. Yeah, but I have to get one. Why? So I can have it. Why? So I can have it. To prove what?
Yeah.
No reason. You're not wearing them. John Doe saying, ooh, Del Tacos Fiesta Pack, 6 tacos, 6 burritos. That sounds amazing.
But here's the question. Do you get the red sauce or the green sauce on the burritos?
And the answer is yes.
I think crunchy or soft on the tacos.
Big Red Tower saying, how kicked would your ass be if you told your 1994 self that one day you're going to be paying $17 for 3 fast food cheeseburgers? Yeah, I'd say you're a lying piece of crap. But alas, this is where we're at. This is the world that we live in. Funkin saying, flour, water, and shortening. You can make hundreds of flour tortillas. A bag of shredded cheese is like $5. A pound of beans is $3, which yields pots of beans. You can make like 50 burritos under $15. No, I agree with you. Mm-hmm. But also, they still taste good for being the shit that they are. You still want that once in a while, where it all just turns into that orange grease sauce that the beef breaks down into, and then everything. Look, one of my favorite things, and this is why I envy the West Coast too, with your access to like authentic Mexican food,
like real good stuff.
I love seeing those street videos where they've got the vat of whatever the red sauce is, and they're just throwing down the small tacos and the big burrito, fajitas and all that stuff. They're just throwing it down like they're dealing cards at a casino table, and they're floating in the red sauce there. Let it sit for a couple
almost like birria tacos.
Yeah, they pick it up, they put it on the thing, then they build everything around it, and you're sitting there looking at this, and I go, I just want a cup of that.
It's the consommé. You can just get it.
I know, but it's not the same. Some of that, like what she's saying, yeah, I get it. You can make burritos at home, and I'm sure they're very good. If you know what you're doing or you come up with your own recipe, fantastic. But psychologically, there's just something that's so good about authentic street food, ethnic food from the regions that know what they're doing. Like if I saw a taco guy on the street and everything, I'd be very suspect of that and be like, I'll give it a try. Maybe he knows. But you know, like what? Again, when we were in San Diego, when I'm in LA, you see those stuff there and go, I'd rather go and walk into those areas and get that than go to some of the restaurants and just get the street food. Around here, it's because it's all, guineas in this area. It's sausage and peppers at every festival and gathering and stuff. It's like, all right, it smells okay, but I don't want to eat this. But a lot of those
That's
LA,
what I'm craving.
Yeah, a lot of those LA things. Some of the West Coast one too, like when Bill, why am I forgetting his name?
No, not Roland. I know who you're talking about. He used to work on The Simpsons.
Our pal from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Not Josh Weinstein. That's the other guy. Why am I spacing on his name? He's been on the show many times.
I don't know.
I'm
Oakley?
terrible.
It's not Oakley, is it?
Bill Oakley. Thank you.
Okay.
When he would come on and stuff because he got, super foodie and he goes around doing all the restaurant convention stuff. But he's in the Portland area. And he shows
good food all the time.
Some of the stuff all over the place. He travels down to Seattle sometimes and you see the outskirts of the city. There was a cheese shop that he was at in Seattle that was actually closed. He was all excited about it and it closed and he had to come back and like a few hours later and they were restocking the cheese at this place because they had sold out already. It was only like 3:00 in the afternoon, but it's like that kind of stuff. They have that shit in New York, but it's not to the extent of the West. It's just different. It doesn't mean it's better or worse, but it's just different and it's more authentic. I don't care about that authenticity and being authentic online for when it comes to, your fucking influencer videos and whatnot. But I'm all about it with your food. Like if this guy is like remember Trejo's Tacos? Like he made a deal and now they're more of a corporate chain. But like when he started out, he had those the food trucks and that low level stuff.
Doing donuts for a while, and then he went into actually start doing food. Yeah,
you'd find those kind of places. Those are the places I want to go to, rather than going to corporate fast food places and things like that. She said cheese is even cheaper if you buy it by the block and shred it yourself. Yes and no. Try to buy a wedge of Jarlsberg and see how much that sets you back. It's a fantastic cheese.
This bougie asshole. I'm thinking cheddar. I know you're about to do it. Yeah, I'm thinking cheddar. I'm thinking, maybe mozzarella, and you're like Jarlsberg. I'm like,
Jarlsberg and Dijon mustard is fantastic. I got to make French onion soup for the kid, and I got to melt. I'm doing it Katz's Deli style on a ceramic plate. I'm melting a cheddar Gruyere.
Oh, I love Gruyere
blend on the plate, and then so that it gets liquidy, but it dries up really quick. So I'm yanking it out of the microwave, and I take the knife, scrape it on top of the French onion soup for the kid, because the kid won't eat it any other way now. Or she will, but she'll bitch and complain about it. Yeah. So the other night we went out to dinner. She had a side salad and the crock of French
I will
onion.
have a wedge, please. Blue cheese on the side.
Yep. Well, ranch for her. That's what she likes. But she's all about the French onion soup.
I love French onion soup.
Long Island is getting its first Bojangles soon. Well,
We're also getting a Bojangles.
And you're going to have to tell us. I know they opened up a Raising Cane's not too far from me here. And I saw the videos online. Traffic was backed out onto the highway of people trying to get into this place. They're all, and you see some of these videos and you could tell who are the bullshit artists when they're oh, it's so amazing, all this stuff. And then you read all the comments and go, I went there the next day. This food like it's terrible. This was bland. I'm like, see, it's not just me. You read the comments in these videos of these people like, I waited. It was so worth the wait. I'm so glad it's here. One guy goes, you'll never be at this place ever again. You'll be at the next opening of something else because you're trying to be like a big time food influencer. No one cares about Raising Cane. Just saying that. I'll say that till the day I die. It'll be a cold. What's the term?
Be a cold day in hell before I
recognize Missouri. Yep. Just take out Missouri and put in Raising Cane's. Thanks. And Del Taco got rid of the Fiesta Pack where I live and started making meal deals, which suck. They all do that. And that's the same thing, too, with the fast food places. They all their buildings used to have character. And you could recognize.
Gross now.
That's a Pizza Hut. That's a Howard Johnson's. That's a McDonald's. That, whatever. They're all now these just giant stone and glass and chrome buildings that can be interchangeable between any business. It's ugh. The consomme for burra tacos. Yes.
So good.
Just put it in a cup. I'll do some shots. I'll mix that. You know what? That might be good. Mix a shot of that into a Bloody Mary.
I will send you these birria bombs that I can get. And it's just everything you need. You just throw it in some water or some chicken stock, and you'll have the best birria in the consomme.
Please do. Jared the Geek saying, this is a taco. There is a taco tent set up near me. The best food. We have a taco park with food trucks in it. Where Gittles lives in Brooklyn, they have a lot of that stuff.
We do it too.
Yeah. It was a thing called Smorgasburg for Williamsburg. You go in there and it was all these local places that would have their tents and everything set up to do all of that. This is send me that birria because this is the closest I have right now. It's the Tapatio ramen cup with the birria on it. But yeah, I could use some authentic stuff. That would be fantastic. All right. Let's see. Funkin' saying, I'm Mexican, so someone telling me they're paying $2.50 for a bean and cheese burrito at Taco Bell has me on the floor laughing.
Oh, I know. And
crying the same time. Well, that put your food where your mouth is, make them and stand out online. Say, let me show you a better way. Like the Jehovah's Witnesses do. Like the Scientologists out there, whatever they're called, they do, the aliens from that church. Stand out there in front of these places and goes, let me show you. Can I give you could you have a few moments for me to talk about our Lord and Savior Juan Valdez or something like that? Whoever, I know that he's Colombian, isn't he? Yeah, that was a poor example.
He is.
But something along those lines. Can I tell you about Cheech Marin? Something along those lines. Stand out there, show them the way, have samples like you're at a Costco. Show them that there's a better way to do all things. It takes one person to start a movement.
You're like, can I get some real tacos? I was like, no. We're going to teach you what flautas are.
Funkin' also saying, I know exactly what cheese shop you're talking about. It's next to the alleged first Starbucks, which is across from the other alleged first Starbucks.
That's the joke.
That's a lot of Seattle. Starbucks on every corner. Let's see what I hear. California donuts are different than other places too. I remember, I think we were doing O&A at the time when we were watching the live news feed. They opened up the first Dunkin' Donuts in Los Angeles and people were lined out the door to try, and they were like, oh, this is fantastic. And we're like, Dunkin' Donuts has been around forever, but it's not good either. It hasn't been good in decades. And we're like, what are you doing? Then what happened? Carl's Jr. opened up in Times Square, the first Carl's Jr. on the East Coast or in New York, whatever it was. There was a line around the block, people trying to get for there. And guess what happened? It shut down a few months later because nobody went to it after that. They went for the initial thing, and then they were like, yep, we're not going to do that anymore. Just not happening. Fang saying, Cane's has no flavor. I don't know why people hype it up. That's what I've been saying forever. It's terrible. How do you have bland Texas toast? How is your coleslaw as bland as the Texas toast? How are your crinkle cut fries as bland as the coleslaw and the Texas toast? It's all the same mush. The chicken tenders are okay. The sauce, you could just buy the packets. Sell the sauce, fuck the rest of the stuff, and you'll be a billionaire.
Actually, they have a dupe at Walmart of this sauce. You can buy
I know.
I buy it. I get it for at home.
Dude, I'm going there tomorrow because I need to buy the dupe In-N-Out sauce for burgers and French fry dipping.
Yeah, they have some pretty good dupes.
Jared saying we're supposed to get a Bojangles as well. Raising Cane's is so bland. It's just the sauce, and the sauce is not great either. Yeah. I have a video on my Instagram when they opened up Cane's in Penn Station. So I'd come off my train and I have to walk past it every day. I just turned on the camera and just went boo. I was booing the building. And you know who got mad at that?
Bill Chad Kane Dukes. Of Raising Cane's.
Chad Dukes.
Really?
Yeah, something about like, isn't this, aren't you getting tired of this bit? And I went, no, the place sucks. If he loves it, it's fantastic. And if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you.
I got to say, I'm looking at the Bojangles menu. I can't wait till they come out here. I'm going to try this out.
Unless you walk in there and there's a hologram of Sammy Davis Jr. singing Mr. Bojangles, I'm not going to travel.
Why don't you eat my chicken, man? It's like
Mr. Bojangles. Would be fun. Subdivision Checkers was unique, but most of them are closed. Yeah, Checkers was good for a while. The only place I found them was in Florida. Then they finally came up to the New York area like in the late 90s. And yeah, they were fine for a while. What's the West Coast for Rallies?
And here.
They were fine. Like they were one of the few places that were selling the seasoned fries.
Yeah, the fries are good
at the time. And they're like, oh, this isn't bad. And their quality went down and everything turned to shit like everything else is. Prices, what have you. Funkin said a lot of Starbucks are actually closing down. Less tourists here to go then, and locals only support local coffee. Well, in Seattle, you should, just like in Manhattan. I mean, you had Starbucks built into everywhere, so you'd have to go to Starbucks or Dunkin', but also next to us at Sirius was Tim Hortons.
Love some Timbits and a cup of coffee.
People were going over there for coffee, but then there was a local. I want to say a chain because they had several stores in Manhattan, but it was a local thing. I think it was called Greg's. And they did like fancy brewed teas and coffees and stuff. Like you had to wait online because they were brewing the coffee per order. It wasn't like the pot was there and they would just, or the big, what are they called? The urns, the coffee urns like that, where they would just dump it in there and then add the pumps like Starbucks does or whatever thing. They'd make it to order. So you had to order it and then wait off to the side while they fresh brewed everything like that. They made a great iced tea.
I grew up in California, and the big chain out there when I was growing up was Winchell's. Winchell's was good, but you don't see much of them anymore.
Nope. No. But from it, Chad gets mad at everything. He does. He's an angry young man. Nope. Don't buy the dupes. It just fucks franchises over. What is this? Starbucks Roastery.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the place that would make
like
the bean?
3-story one or big? It was like a huge one.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, once they Starbucks switched their beans to Seattle's best, like the good coffee was Seattle's best, and then all the shit level became Starbucks, it was destined to fail. They sell those in grocery stores to undercut franchise owners that own any of their franchises. All these businesses just fuck each over. Like their own if there's I think it's on YouTube. There's a documentary about Subway, and Subway was notorious for franchising shit and then stiffing the people in the franchise. You can only buy from us. Yeah, but it's too expensive. Doesn't matter. You can only buy from us. You can only get this from us. If you buy from somewhere else, we take the franchise away from you. Like they reserve the right to yank it all away from you, and you'd still have to pay out your agreement. Fuck that. Chris saying, I did work for a guy who owned 8 Checkers on Long Island. He closed them all. Yeah. It's hard to keep a lot of this shit open anymore, especially now with the prices. It's not worth doing. Are you planning on doing the dead restaurant segment again? I'll miss that. You know what?
You should.
It's on our it's on the YouTube channel right now. If you go and look for it, it's 2 or 3 parter I did with Brian Johnson. We went back through famous restaurants that aren't there anymore, like the Ground Round. I mean, I know there's a couple still open in the Massachusetts area and stuff like that, but it's not what it used to be. They just sold the name and turned into something completely different.
There was a place I grew up on in California called Pioneer Chicken, and I miss that place. And it was better than KFC. And then they just went out. I'm like, bums me out.
Does bum. Do I have that McDonald's video? Oh, I don't know if I do. I wanted to show that video of the CEO that was he was eating one of the new burgers, and it's like, oh, this is fantastic. And it's like he's acting. He doesn't know how to be. He doesn't know how to be a human being, and he's pretending the food is good, and even he knows it's terrible. We'll make a note. We'll do that for next week.
I did go online on the 10th and try to get us the caviar that they were doing.
Right.
And within seconds of it going live, they were gone. And I'm like, oh.
I looked at that.
I don't like caviar, but
Caviar is gross.
No.
I know people. Oh, you know, there's different kinds, and you got to try them. Fuck you.
No,
I don't like sushi. I don't care about any of that stuff. But yeah, that whole thing. My thing is this. I don't think they're like it's limited, good, and for it to sell out that fast with caviar, which is even a low end caviar is still a high price item. I think they already gave everything out. They just put the website up, and it was automatically. I don't think they actually had ones to give away at all. Or sell or whatever they were doing.
I'm always going to try to do it for the bit, like, get it on the consumer or something like that. It's like that time I tried to win that giant alcohol, like those balls of like alcohol. Remember the full-sized one?
Yep.
I always try to get those.
Let me finish this thing up with McDonald's, and then we can try to wrap this thing up here. McDonald's has made the Big Arch, a massive double patty burger, a permanent menu in the menu item in the United Kingdom and in Ireland. The item features 2 beef patties, which I guess is the quarter pound patties, 3 slices of cheese, lettuce, pickles, onions, and a new tangy Big Arch sauce on a poppy seed and sesame seed bun, according to this release here. McDonald's may be preparing for a U.S. rollout, but the company has not publicly confirmed when or if the Big Arch will launch nationwide. The Big Arch became a permanent item overseas. The price rose from £8 to £9, roughly $10 to $11 in United States money for the sandwich.
That's ridiculous.
It's not even the meal.
McDonald's should never cost that much.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. One person exclaimed on the social media post, "This is a ripoff," responding to the announcement of the new item. Other critics have been giving negative reviews of the new Big Arch sauce, which some say doesn't compare to the classic Big Mac version as well as the overall flavor. It was also the messiest burger I ever had. It was barely decent. That's not good.
No.
Like you could say something is terrible, but when you said, "Oh, it was barely decent," that hurts worse than, you could at least say, "Oh, everyone said it was terrible." Yeah, well, there's a lot of people online that hate everything, so you can kind of move past that. But when you say it was barely decent, or it's like wasn't even edible, like those kind of terms will damage you severely. This person said it was very onion forward. I've never heard that term before. Although that could be a show title.
Onion forward.
We don't have
That's true.
Very onion forward. Another part of McDonald's international release is a secret menu that turns viral social media food hacks into limited time offerings, according to this news release, though no U.S. rollout is confirmed. So why put all this out in the United States if you're not bringing any of this shit here to try? The lineup includes mashups such as the Surf and Turf Burger, a chicken cheeseburger, and the returning chicken Big Mac, along with novelty items like an espresso milkshake, an apple pie mini McFlurry, and Big Mac sauce sold separately as a dip. This isn't
I remember
new.
They were doing that here.
This isn't new. They should have been selling that shit for the longest time, and they didn't. Yeah, McDonald's just has their head up there. They're like, "Oh, we're going to be doing these things." It's like, this looks nothing like it was supposed to. You don't live up to it. So fuck them. What did I see here? Olive Garden. That's not what I thought it was. I thought it was something about the Olive Garden franchise. It's about a cook at the Olive Garden killed himself.
What did I title it?
Killed himself by dunking his head into a searing hot deep fryer. I picked the wrong article. There was something.
Well, I can see why it could confuse you because I titled it Olive Garden. When you're here, you're killing yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty much. A male victim went headfirst into the fryers. I don't have a lot of details. A lot of people screaming. Some kind of burn victim. Another operator at the store was saying the cook was rushed to a nearby hospital to be treated for his severe burns, but he later died from his injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Female employee suffered minor burns after she and several other workers tried to stop the cook from injuring himself. At least one customer also tried to intervene. Both Olive Garden and the authorities refused to release any details about the ordeal, only describing it as a suicide attempt. The restaurant shut down for several days in wake of the incident, but since has reopened. If you have, and there's an 800 number if you're having suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Just let me mimic the guy at the Olive Garden. Yeah, that was obviously the wrong article. All right, I'll end with this. Did you see Coca-Cola has been doing this thing quietly in certain regions for a while? That this hugging vending machine.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
So here, I'm going to show you this video, and then I'll show you do you want to see the news story on it, or do you want to see the machine?
Let me see the machine.
Okay, here's the machine. So there's sensors on the front and the side to know that you're hugging the machine, and it will give you a free Coca-Cola.
How many faces have been on there? There's no chance I'm stuffing my face against that thing.
I don't know.
You have no soul.
Like, what is the point of this other than viral attention that does what? It's not going to bring people to the table to buy Coca-Cola because you hugged a dirty vending machine in the that lobby area of a Walmart.
Ugh, sounds so gross. Yeah, it's like, I can go rent my carpet steamer and hug a gross machine at the same time.
Yeah.
So do you need a hug? How about a hug and a free Coke? Now you can get both in one place. In case you've never heard of this, Coca-Cola has come out with a Hug Me vending machine. There's one right now in the Commons area at Dordt University. It's a unique concept where all you have to do to get a free soda is actually hug the machine.
It's really fun to watch the kids. They're always very apprehensive if it's going to give them a free Coke. They think that somebody's in there dispensing it. It's full of sensors. It has sensors on the side and then sensors on the front. So if you touch it and hug it, it'll give you a free Coke.
Officials saying that they are wrapping up their Hug Me's Sioux City tour and will take the machine back to Omaha for some other events.
Yeah. I don't need a free soda that bad.
I need a hot dog vending machine that you have to jerk off to get your stuff.
I would even be skeptical if it's like, give it a high five. There's just a handprint there. If you slap it like that as you walk by, it gives you a free Coke or something. Even that, I'm like, I might be more willing to do that. I am not publicly hugging a machine to get a free soda.
No, now, this is Coca-Cola trying to get all your guys' fingerprints in one thing.
That, hair samples, skin samples,
just like,
DNA,
like that, sweat. Yeah. They're just collecting all our data.
Or the sensors,
is Discord on a different level.
The sensors are doing retina scans and fingerprint imaging. It's like, hey, you got a free soda. It was transactional. You willingly went up here and gave us your information in order to get a free can of warm soda.
It's a Mountain Dew machine, and if you go, and it gives you crab clavash instead.
Well, Russ was saying this is some next level programming to love Coca-Cola. Yeah, that's where we're heading. That's where this is heading. Apprehensive is not a word. Apprehensive is what she wanted there. Again, local news. They're not really paying attention.
She goes to Dordt College. So, I mean.
And they wonder why they didn't get the big call up to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Fang saying he would do less for a Coca-Cola. Yeah, I'd walk away I like Coke better than Pepsi, but I'd walk away from the machine. It's like, I'm not hugging the damn thing. I'll take photos and video of everyone else doing this, but I'm not going to do that myself.
You ever suck dick for marijuana? No.
No.
I'm not gonna hug a fucking machine.
Are you doing the Bob Saget line?
I love that shit.
Oh, you ever suck dick for Coke?
You ever suck dick for
Dirty Work?
No, it's from Half Baked. Because he went to the thing, he was like,
you're right.
I smoke marijuana, and he's like, are you serious? It's not real drugs.
Well, $20 is $20. Fair point.
There you go.
All right. Well, we didn't get to a lot of the other stuff that we want, but we've been going late here. We do need to get to segment 2. This went too long. All right. When we come back, let me set this up here. When we come back, we're going into segment 2 where we talk about television, movies, streaming updates, all the news that is fit to print. We will be right back.
More. It's Eric Nagel.
It's Eric Nagel.